and welcome to LCK Challenger League live at the WDG Sports Studio. I am Valdez, and with me is Chronicler. It's very strange.
Weird.
This feels weird.
I'm supposed to be here.
I don't know.
You're the imposter.
Yeah, I'm filling in for Atlas, who his cat needs a checkup, so hope the cat is okay.
I'm sure he'll give us an update.
I'm sure he'll be
Hopefully
okay.
Everything will be okay.
They swapped the AIs, yes. It's very strange. This AI was not meant to work with that AI, so I don't know how it works anymore or where I am.
What is happening?
We just got to make sure we have our do-do-do-dos on
I think
on
we
lock,
will.
and we should be okay.
Yeah, just lock it in with the beat. That actually, I know that was in the last patch notes. They did give us that specific bug fix. I don't know how the actual casting will go. Because we're two separate AIs.
We've never cast together before.
I know, and it's weird. I've been calibrated to AI-less, and I don't know how I'm gonna do AI-less. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do with Brand AI and Valdez over here. Yeah, that'll be tough.
Brand AI
is better.
Just
drop
AI.
the I. Yeah,
I think it's okay. Of course, today is Monday, which means we have 3 best of 3s. And that's always a lot of fun because you look like you're having a lot of fun already. As I have personally not done the 9-game day, but you have yet. Hopefully I get it today.
Hopefully you do.
As you guys can see, I'm very awake for this. We did our Pog State recording last night, and I went home and took a shower and went to sleep and woke up and I got in the car and I came here.
Actually, Brendan dropped me off near my place as well. Brendan is actually really nice.
That's true.
Now we can tell the stories about the Brendo bus.
That's true, the Brendo bus.
The people don't know.
They don't know. It's never come up. This is weird, like, new AI connection that we have.
We can tell them, as this day, without a shadow of a doubt, will not be 6 games because it's challengers, and that never happens. Clean 2-0s, not a thing.
What's
in this
up,
league.
Steep Clock?
It's a good
he
name.
said notice me, so
it's a good name.
Him.
I like it.
It's a nice one. Yep, Steep Clock. I like it. I hope that Skarner gets picked today.
Bad news for you. As we saw.
No, I don't think that'll fly.
No, don't do that. We'll ban you. As last week, you guys were actually home earlier than we were. That was very unfair. I don't know how you were you were actually able to do that.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, clearly showing what the superior AI duo is.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. But this was actually...
It's actually really important.
This was Thursday and Friday.
Oh, so
these are the matches from...
I'm getting pranked.
Yeah, you're getting pranked, but we were still home earlier than you were.
Yeah, because we did do 6 games last week.
Yeah,
and you did do 7.
We did 7, but it felt quicker. Rip the 6-game dream. So Bro took a match, and that was against Live Sandbox 2-0. So Bro is on the rise.
That's big. That's big. The Bro Leavers finally cashing out. We won't talk about the performance of main Brion because it was a bit of a toughie. D+ still faltering. Yes, they beat Gen.G, but they're expected to kind of dunk on them. But then, fortunately, even D+ did win, and Nongshim 2-0'd KT. So once again, showing everything is possible. And T1 are continuing their free fall after having lost to Kwangdong, which is wild. T1, even when I haven't been the biggest fans of their rosters, for example, last year, or even the year before that, where they were kind of okay, but had a lot of ex-LCK players in their team, were generally at least contesting for the top half of the standings, barring 2021 summer when they were 10th from the top of my head. It was a really, really bad time for the team. But last year, they were effectively in contention for first place for the entirety of it, so really kind of a free fall there. And Nongshim on the rise. Cool.
Yeah, they are 6-6-6, so I am a little bit scared of their team right now. You see that T1, much more respectable 6-6-0.
Yeah, true.
They are not currently hounded by the devil, so that's pretty important, I would say, for their chances. Today, they will be playing up against KT in the Challenger Telecom Wars. That will happen.
Wait, is that the real Czech Spectra? That's cool. We got LEC players checking out challengers.
The real Jack
Like
Spectra.
real believers.
Also,
I love that.
he's really good at Korean.
So I got an inkling. Maybe I'm getting pranked.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Kronny
We'll figure it
Keckler.
out.
Yeah.
That's just sticking around.
Ramen
isn't it?
Boy's gonna fall when they run into the Protein crew. Well, I don't think Bro is playing today.
This is really, and I wanna we joke around. This is really surprising to me. Feisty was on Brion and was very. He was there. He was very mid, which is funny because he's a mid laner, and he has been so incredibly good this split. And it's not even like the rest of the players on his team aren't good, right? Like we've seen individual other performance. Hype comes to mind from KT, performed quite well. So seeing him be ahead to this extent in POC points over players like Lucid and Jiwoo is really cool and a great arc for this player. As mentioned, D+ have been struggling a little bit more, but also we have a lot of expectations for them because they have looked like the best challenger teams for like a year now.
Listen, Chronicler, Wolf voted for Feisty as player of round 1, and he was right. Lucid got it instead.
Yeah, I voted for Lucid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Why? They're in first place, and Lucid's the best jungler in the league.
Is tied for first place.
Not anymore.
They were first for a little bit.
They were non-shimmed.
They were a little bit.
They got
in
noodle,
first.
bro.
Okay, so anyway, week 6 key points.
Oh yes. Oh, that's that challenger
so
Swain.
Per lane, basically, or per role, per position, right? So Renekton, I don't know how we played that many games of Renekton in 1 week.
I think it's over the course of the split. Otherwise, it would not be possible.
Yeah, I don't think we played 11 games of Swain last week.
Yeah. But what is really big is that the Ezreal win rate has been as high as it has been, which is kind of mirroring what we see in the LCK. Ezreal rapidly rising as one of the premier answers, particularly when combined with Karma. The Lux, it's just with Caitlyn. So
is Ezreal also Demacian? Do you know?
Ooh, that's a very good
Somebody
question.
in chat definitely knows. Hi, Atlas, by the way. We have noticed you.
We hope you're okay.
I hope everything's going well.
And this is debate pick. So Jace, we thought it was Korean Jace. Maybe it's just LCK Jace. That's good, because Challengers Jace is
yeah,
not doing so hot. The Nidalee shouldn't be a surprise.
No.
The Azir shouldn't be a surprise because Azir has been struggling even in the main LCK.
He's okay.
And he also amazing.
Is okay.
Thank you for telling us, Atlas. Very important. And then additionally, he's getting gutted on this patch.
Why is Ezreal from New Jersey? I don't get it.
Well, you have, if anyone, you would.
I should get it, yeah, like, you know.
As a New
actually,
Yorkian.
Achilles should get it the most. He's actually from New Jersey. That poor guy. Yeah, Ezreal's from Piltover. That makes sense. Piltover with a fake identity in Demacia.
Thank you, Chad.
Is that actually his like backstory?
Makes sense because he's a
Is this in
he's
English?
he's an adventurer, but he kind of just robs people.
I'm not sure how to answer that question, Joe Delva, other than to say that yes, we are currently yes.
Is this
yes,
in English?
This is in English.
I'd say so.
We're not just doing the intro in English and then like handing it over to the
well,
Korean
we can do Dutch and Korean.
Sure. Why not?
We can make that work. As Azir is getting touched lightly on this patch, and then is getting a basically full rework on the next one. I kind of like the changes. I think that Azir has been way too like all-rounder good for way too long, and he's just been like oh, you can pick him in basically any game state, and
he's good early and late.
Prio
he has prio all the time.
And even his
is super safe.
Yeah,
he did everything.
He just did everything all of the time, and the mana nerf in particular is like, you can mana gank him now. You know, you just run into mid, and then he shuffles, and then he is like, oh, now I don't have mana anymore for anything, which I think is good. I did not enjoy this champion being as free prio early game as he was. So I would be happy to see what else we will get instead of Azir. But there are also Orianna buffs, so maybe instead of Azir we're going to Orianna, which I don't know if that's like much more exciting.
Orianna versus Victor. Orianna versus Corki. Because eventually we will just pick the other picks that are safe and basically do what Azir did without being as well-rounded, probably.
Yeah.
Because like Orianna's relatively safe, but not as safe, and also she needs more items to
And
be
also,
an impact.
yeah, and with Orianna, it also feels to me like when you trade aggressively with your passive, you actually put yourself in danger as opposed to Xera's. Elise has been kind of insane. I don't know if I agree as much with nerfing her heavily. She is getting a pretty large bite taken out of her here, because to me, Elise feels much more symptomatic of what the current meta is, which is bot lane camp and just dive permanently and snowball everything. But you'll be fortunate to know that there is also global nerfs, which I don't know if we have a slide for that, against snowballing. So kill experience is taken down a notch, which should help out farming junglers a little bit more. Then additionally, we also have the early gold from Treasure Hunter being nerfed. So hopefully some of those changes can take away some of the early snowballing, because the game's not been very fun.
So Jax.
Also Jax.
This is all in Korean.
I actually,
but
I don't you worry, Valdez. I'm more than
Kettler
ready.
came prepared.
The main difference is Chronic
Prepler.
Chronic Prepler
Yes.
is very aware of what is happening. The main difference is that his early damage has been taken down, as well as his early durability. And the damage of his ultimate on the early levels is not as high. It still scales the same amount. And very important is that the Counter-Strike now scales with how much auto attacks you cancel. So it's not the base level is a little bit lower, which I think is good, because you shouldn't be able to get full damage off of a Counter-Strike if you don't dodge any autos. And now there's a little bit more counterplay involved. So if your opponents do auto you, you get more damage. And he was... It's tough. I think that it's good if there are strong blind picks in top, but he was a little bit too much. As we try again, another patch to cut down the tree.
Do you think it's going to work this time, Chronic Prepler? No. Okay.
No. Well, maybe if
his E cooldown got nerfed by 4 seconds.
Well, and is this is also not the full patch. No, it's like the E actually got nerfed pretty substantially as well in terms of ratio, in terms of the damage that it does.
Could you say that it got ratioed?
Sure. Yeah, that works. They also buffed the Q. So I like Tank Maokai. I just hate the sapling playstyle. So I think Tank Maokai will still be good, but the obnoxious part of his playstyle should definitely be a little bit better.
We have Mao Wow in the chat.
Oh my god. Wow.
They patched out Maokai Q pushback, huh?
As Chronic Cactus Korean, atrocious, unfortunately. Working 5, 6, 7 days a week is not...
we can say.
Well,
Let's be positive.
Well, maybe next year.
DRX versus Live Sandbox. Who's going to take this one, Chronic Prepler?
So, safe bet is DRX. They've been on the upswing. Plata got a little bit of LCK experience, even though he didn't have a great time. He looked very nervous, and he didn't look that great in the matches that he played. But we've seen, for example, Sylvie go to the LCK and then come back and really be kind of empowered, feel a lot better. He will now be back with his normal team, back in his normal environment, and they're looking very happy. And I think that they definitely are looking to be the favorites here today. They have been getting a lot more consistent and not quite back to the form that we know that they had last year in spring, but slowly on the upswing.
I was looking forward to watching Paddock today.
Yeah, would have been fun. Could have made a lot of duck jokes.
Yeah. Oh man. Even some egg jokes, like ducks lay eggs. You know, we could have done that.
Omelets. Is it sponging time? Always, yes.
This is DRX, so yes, I would believe so.
My favorite class to do a Chronicless. Well, do I have bad news for you? Unless it's Chronic Death, in which case.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Boy, do I have bad news for you. It should have been me that said it, because you know I'm the one that's.
Because you're the invader. You're the imposter.
Yeah, I'm the imposter. That's better.
Kind of sus, Valdez.
Yeah, I'm pretty sus. They're always among us.
Yes.
What do you think about Live Sandbox this season?
I think that they have been doing perfectly well for a full roster that got pulled up from Academy. I don't think we should have any higher expectations of them. I didn't expect this team to do even remotely well. So if they're able to make playoffs, which is still a little bit tough, as yes, cool kids do indeed never panic.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, Brandon. I wanted to ignore it.
It looks like one of Santa's elves. It's like a hat on.
Coroni Desu, yeah, that's perfect.
That is perfect, yeah.
Great job, Max.
So Guti got his first win on Azir last week.
I know.
Wolf and I were
watched that
casting
one.
that. He is now, well, he might have played it since then, but after that game, he was 1-7 on Azir. We were very happy for him because it was a big moment. You know, Liv Sandbox got the upset, so.
Is it enough for today? I will be a little skeptical. DRX, when playing well, do have the experience to take on really almost any team. We have slowly started to see them kind of crawl back from having lost June, player which had a really big impact on this team, and the loss of Peach, who is very happy, by the way. He is just living it up on the Unicorns of Love Sexy Edition. We actually figured this out recently, and he is doing very well, unsurprisingly, because he is Peach and he's in an ERL. So
yeah, I mean, every
shocking.
team in the world has 2 Koreans on it at this point. So a lot of them do come from Challenger League, and you know, it's just the way it goes. As let's take a look at these drafts here. The Heimerdinger ban is quite interesting, and take a look. Maokai is not banned, so they have decided that Maokai is not strong enough to actually be permaban, especially on red side, as Sejuani will be the first pick here for Spongy.
And I wouldn't mind a Maokai pickup still, because as mentioned, tank Maokai is still good, and tanks are still the best junglers, for at least as far as we are currently aware, because of how the jungle works. So I don't think Maokai is all of a sudden unplayable. I do think that we should acknowledge that Trundle is a champion that exists.
No.
And that is...
Sorry,
we keep
exist.
No, we keep B1ing Sejuani, and like you can beat Trundle, build a Divine Sunderer, and like just win for the rest of the game. Like Sejuani just doesn't get to do anything. Now the Vi does have its merits. We do know that Vi in general functions very well in dive heavy comps, and it's sandbox, and they always dive no matter what. They already have Zeri, so you might as well fully commit to the playstyle.
I can hear Cadril losing his mind. You should also watch my bit on it, as we lost our minds.
Well, that was the
even before Cadril.
Well, yeah, the worst part, that was 3 weeks in, or 2 weeks. Like that was very early on the split.
Yeah.
And
then here we are. It's week 7 for challengers.
Yeah.
So we're still doing the same thing.
Still Jace, still Jax.
Yeah. Still
Crocodile.
not there.
Yeah.
What does it mean, Wolf?
But I mean, it wasn't picked when it was enabled either. So for Challenger specifically, I don't think. Oh, please Gangplank. Oh, they're so short range. Please clear, do it. I mean, that's okay. That's fine. Just
that's
still,
also good.
Just still pick GP. It's okay.
Rise GP.
Rise GP.
Feels very
nice. It
nice.
feels very, very good.
Very smooth.
Is this a yeah, thank you, Yundo. Yundo is also an AI from the future, sent to observe.
From 2037.
Challengers. And he has been sent back into 2025, which
GP.
is where we are right now.
They did it.
They did it. And there are 2 iterations of GP currently. We have the Grasp GP, where generally we'll go Triforce and we'll go then still for quick plates, but a little bit later. My personal preference is the Bank Plank.
Ari is not a champion.
Actually, this patch, she got buffed pretty substantially. Got a couple of buffs to her early, to her cooldown on her ultimate. And Ari Vi is a combo that we have seen for quite a while. Now, this does rely on Goody to build, if he builds damage. I love this pick. If he goes, like if I see a Rod of Ages or Everfrost and like Murkfreds and Zonya's Ari, I will be very sad.
What do you want, like full damage?
Yeah, it's full damage. You can Leandris is fine, but I'd say
Sork boots.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're also the sole AP source on this team, so if you do that, you will just one-tap everyone.
Sorry, Chronicler, the best I can do is Merc Treads and Everfrost and Zonya's second, and then Horizon Focus.
Well, maybe it's not Roa, so you know, I'll take that.
No, sorry, that's the best I can do.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll take that deal, Brendan. I don't know if I'm going to accept that.
I might be forced to. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, well, that's disheartening, but I'm going to carry on regardless. We have a short-range composition into Gangplank and Rise. And Nami, times are tough.
Looks like he's about to kill us. I'm a little bit scared.
I mean, but we know how nice he is.
He's a really nice guy, but like in that picture, he looks like he's about to kill us.
Yeah, I get it.
Who's to say he's not?
He looks like the bad guy in a K-drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Bully.
Yeah, but so does Gucci as well. So I don't know. Like each side has got their own. They're like.
You know who looks nice?
There's like a dance. It's like a K-pop competition reality show.
Look at Plan B. Plan B looks really wholesome. Plan B is the guy that pulls you back up, you know, after you've fallen over. He's like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah, he's like the friendly sidekick.
He is, yeah.
He's gonna expunge you from
Who is the most main character energy of all these characters? I want to say Vincenzo.
Vincenzo, absolutely. Right, like 100%.
It's the name, it's the look, it's the whole package.
I don't think there's any. Yeah, I think it's Vinny.
It's Vinny.
It's Vinny from Jersey Shore. All right, guys, we have a game. Let's jump onto the Rift for game number 1. Oh, I was one short.
You were one
I don't know why I
short.
always do that, though.
That's okay. This takes a... We'll get there. Oh, Guti, no, that's...
Even Atlas in the chat did 3. That's weird. Maybe he infected my mind.
Yeah, that's spellbook. That is not boding well for what we want to see. That's... Oh.
Like I said, the best I can do... I like his resolve second as well. Really nice. Yeah, best I can do is a lot of defense on this playmaking, attacking champion.
Why are we bomb plating into Rise? I'm so confused.
Same, just the 3 today. Atlas, why is it only 3 today? Oh, is it because we have 3 series? Is it a Monday special?
Yeah. First time we do see Guti playing the Ahri.
Can someone explain these team comps in LEGO terms? Sorry, new viewer from the LEGO community.
Okay, so I don't only know the Dutch terms for like a lot of LEGO stuff.
All right, give it to us.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really work.
It's okay. We can learn something new.
Yeah, but like it doesn't it's Dutch words. I don't think it really works. Maybe we can do like a
What's
bionicle.
wrong with that? See, he speaks Dutch.
Can do like a bionicle analogy. You
Bionicle?
Yeah, do you know what Bionicle is? The Legos? Have you never had those?
What
Bionicle,
are they?
They were the Warriors. It's like technical Lego. They had masks. There was a movie or a bunch of games.
No, I don't think I had any of that.
Well, chat knows, right?
Bionicles,
and
yeah.
Chat, type one if you're
the robot things.
If you're a Bionicler.
Bionic Chronicler?
Yeah, Bionic Chronicler. There we go. Oh, all of you.
Everybody is a Bionic Chronicler.
All of you are aware. Ooh.
Why am I the only one who doesn't have it? Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, Vincenzo. Vinny.
So
he just wants to be a pro gamer, but he might have to go back to selling subs at his local shop in New Jersey.
That's been family owned for 50 years.
Yeah.
When the family moved from Italy.
It's just the backstory of Vincenzo.
They were running away from Dio. You know, famous bad guy Dio.
Dio, yeah.
Yeah, from JoJo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just an Italian guy.
No. I mean, there's also Italian guys named Dio, but I'm talking specifically about Dio from JoJo. It was a whole JoJo season in Italy.
Hey, I'm walking you. Yeah, he definitely sounds like he's from New Jersey, especially the Korean voice actor. Absolutely.
So back to Bionicle. No, Bionicle were really cool. Yeah, they were like, it was like, I think it was Hawaiian inspired or like Pacific Island inspired Bionicle, like Legos. They were like just bipeds. They had like different swords, different elements. They had masks.
Bipeds?
Yeah, like they had two, just like, they were like human-like.
Bipeds.
Yeah,
okay.
bipeds. Yeah.
I see. Is this old? I'm not sure. It depends on if you think 2028 is old.
No, we're 2025 now. Let's get with the program. Come on. They have movies too. Yeah, I watched those movies. The movies were great. As Guti is forced to flash, Shaitab forces it out.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Oh, Ignite. Diablo in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to...
It was a bait. Wait, no. Vincenzo,
Wait, Vincenzo, where are you going?
He knew he got spotted.
Vinny.
Finny from the block. Come on, man. You gotta go for that. Doesn't want to take the risk. Doesn't have flash, and if he ends up dying, then the lane is very over.
Yeah. And who knows? There could have been an enemy jungler in there. Sponges everywhere.
Yeah, they're inspired by Polynesian culture. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I know the names are very like. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you some trailers after this. I don't know them from the top of my head, but they were really cool. Yeah, there was a ton of lore. I always got one like every birthday from
A ton
my
of
grandma.
lore. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, when the Riot MMO comes out, where are you going to make your first character?
Ooh.
Will it be Demacia?
No, not Demacia.
Are you going to be a basic bro?
I'm not that much on the straight. Like Demacia to me is a little bit too.
How about Piltover? That seems like your angle.
Yeah, I'd probably be a Piltover type of guy, or maybe like one of the more nature-based ones. That could work as well.
Uh-oh, Sponge, looking to Sponge in the bottom lane. Hero nearly died, so we're just going to call this off. Never mind, no sponging today.
Not yet.
Sorry, guys.
At least.
Yeah, not yet.
Do force the heal out, so that might provide a possible level 6 angle.
So, Chronicler, you're kind of into anime and stuff. Wouldn't you make it in Ionia?
So I am a big weeb, so that could be the reasoning. But Ionia doesn't really. I know. Even with how big of a weeb I am, it doesn't really do it for me. Depends if you can like do the kind of the ninja subculture, you know, like Shen, Akali.
I'm sure you can.
Well, probably can, yeah. I mean, what am I talking about? That'll be
Riot
wildly
knows
popular.
where their bread is buttered. Okay, a bunch of guys that are into anime and video games.
Let me think. Yeah,
they're gonna let you play the ninja subculture. Okay, Chronicler.
I actually do also really like ice environments, so maybe it'll be Mount Targon.
Yeah, but that might be like your second character.
I don't know, and the Freljord, like I do think that those areas are really cool as well. So, yeah, really tough. It won't be Zon. I'm not edgy enough for Zon. That's not me.
Yeah.
Although I did roll on my favorite character in World of Warcraft wasn't Undead, which is kind of.
Yeah, but that was like young Chronicler.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like a different time.
Well, he was a lot edgier.
Times have changed.
Yeah, maybe like Ixtal, Mount Targon, or Freljord, or Ionia seem like the most likely for me.
Seems like some people in chat think that you'll be in Bilgewater.
No. Bilgewater is too morally gray for me. That's not me.
Atlas is going to the Void.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think Atlas will go.
Setab doesn't have flash. This is going to come back to bite him. He is so dead. Very nice follow-up. I mean, Setab tried to flash to force the fight, and then they were like, okay, Ari's level 6 now, so goodbye.
And what I love there is that Diok is also joining in. So even if the counter can come through, it doesn't quite work. Actually utilizing the prio that he had built for himself on the top side of the map, then spreads that influence towards the mid lane. It's a really good example of, even though this matchup in the 1v1 I think is a little, you don't really have any threat, right? Like you have prio, because Gangplank can't walk up, but he also, unless you can stack a really big early wave and you make some big mistakes. So,
all right, Vinny from the block is here. He's trying to go forward, actually. Flash polymorph leads to Live Sandbox in a really rough spot. As down will go 2 members in the bottom lane. Make it 3, actually. Diablo, not long for this world. Double kill as they try to turn that one around, and it was not a good idea.
No, we didn't really have the potential to 100-0. And if it is a 3v3, I would, and we're not level 6, I would highly take the Sejuani over the, yes, also the disjointedness here, right? Like Diablo isn't actually able to do any damage on Plata. So like they go on Plata and like they do no damage in the duration of the polymorph, so then they just lose. And Sponge also hit 6 off of that skirmish, which was very, very bad. So it's try to salvage it from the top side, maybe, perchance.
Do it again. Flash available for Setab this time, as he does have Sponge with him, but Sponge is basically just the bouncer of the club, and Setab is even going to flash to try to survive, so all of that pressure he had early is pretty much just gone.
I made the mistake of looking at YouTube chat. I shouldn't have done that. That's
don't look at YouTube chat, man.
Never,
you're gonna get yourself
YouTube
in trouble. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. Don't look at the YouTube chat.
Yeah, the Diok is really trying to make this carry Renekton work, to try and really be the best crocodile that he can be. But right now, Sponge is kind of showing a bit of jungle diffy. Yeah, Vincenzo not able to get that much done. Could have been Trundle. You know, I really like the troll.
That champion doesn't exist. I'm sorry, Chronicler. Best
No,
I can do is
there.
Maokai. He's basically the same thing, right?
But they're going to fight because they are sandbox.
Oh,
Well, I mean, they can. They
even
have.
coming on in here. Sponge not able to steal it away. Sitep now trying to get in. The flash on in. It does do a lot of damage on a Pleta, but he does have the front line. Down goes the Vibe, but the Croc is too big. And he will flash on them, and the fight is forced. You see, without clear there, he throws down a Cannon Barrage, but not as good as the Croc.
And if Diag doesn't show up there, they probably don't even end up winning that. They might give their lives for this dragon, and then the game state is a lot worse, but there is no teleport available. So Vincenzo gets the smite, which already starts it off on a good footing, and then they know that they will be up a member. They are able to kind of negate the power of this Gangplank ultimate. Satan is a little bit off to the side, and then, yeah, Renekton with a lead and early levels and his ultimate available is going to absolutely smash in these early fights. We'll be doing very, very nicely. Clear is going, we haven't mentioned this yet, but it's going for the grass build, so that's a build that's a lot tankier. But it also means that your burst late game will not be nearly as good, and it also means that you are not necessarily looking at either a really big early spike or a ton of gold that you generate. The reason why I really like the Gangplank specifically in the current meta is because top lane is so irrelevant and so isolated because of how important bot lane is that even if you go down like 20, 30 CS in lane, as long as you don't die, you will actually be up gold. Like between Gangplank passive and First Strike, like it's actually revolting. And with Essence Reaver first, you get that really farm up big First Strike procs as well. So I quite like that. Might feel like it's too high risk into the sandbox dive and feel like he outskills anyway. So okay, I did see a Ruby Crystal there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, into this composition, I do think it makes sense. If he goes DRX second, though, I will be.
He will.
I will be very nonplussed. That would
probably
be very sad.
Yeah. Diag is down here again.
Takes away so much of the power of the champion, like particularly with the buffs
Look at
that he
Diag,
got with
man.
Quick Blades.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna win top and push the Gangplank out, and then I'm just gonna go mid.
Anything new pick bet? No, Papa. Well, all GP is here, but it's not fun GP. It's not the GP we want to see. GP we have at home, which is kind of okay, I guess.
Well, this is a lot of damage in this turret. Clear's just getting a lot of free time because Diag just keeps leaving.
He has to. Yeah, because
yeah.
The problem is that if Diag doesn't roam, the rest of his team is not doing so hot, so they are losing skirmishes. But because Diag roam, look at the gold. Like this is a Renekton with 3 assists and a kill. And Claire doesn't even have First Strike, and he's still up 150
plates,
gold.
No plates, Chronicler.
No, of course. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm saying, like, it's just plates and his passive. It's wild.
All right. Bob Leponge is trying to get on in there with Setab, and he's going to stop this from hitting the turret. So Live Sandbox trying to just throw it down right at the last moment, and it does not work. They don't really stick around to escort it into the turret either.
Thought that Herald would be fine by itself. Just on a journey. Wasn't the case. Very, very sad.
We do have Everfrost and a stopwatch for Guti.
Yeah. Well, hey, he does have a 5-stack Dark Seal, so there is still a chance.
He's gonna sell it.
No, he'll turn it into an Agize.
No, he's gonna just sell it.
No, he'll get. Don't do this to me.
With Sandbox, any chances? Yeah, they are a team that's currently on the Rift, so yeah, they do have a chance.
It's challengers, so everyone always has a chance. And you might think that we're exaggerating, but no. We are, what's
anyone could win at any given moment.
What's the craziest comeback that you saw this challengers? I think for me was the D+ one, where I was like, just kill them lol, and then they were really bad, and then the game ended with them just killing them lol. Remember that one? We had like the Lysandra draft.
Yeah.
The one that was like they were like doing very, very bad.
I don't know if it's a comeback, but I think it was Liv Sandbox who defeated DK last week.
That was the most crazy thing.
Where Polbey was flanking. He's still flanking to this day, some say. He's
Some
still
say
on
the
Akali
legends.
flanking. Like, he's not in this game, but he's flanking somewhere. That one was a lot of fun. Especially because DK, you know, on paper, miles ahead of Live Sandbox. I just saw him walk by my house. You just seeing Akali walk by your house.
I love chat, man.
Diablo's
That's the best
going
part
top.
about challengers. As we are about to fight, and there are 2 Drakes on the Rift that were relevant already, so odds are not looking good, friends. Let's all hope that we get some hack stack action here. That would be amazing. Beat DK and Lost Bro, yeah, that's challengers.
You just know it's gonna be a Chemtech.
It's gonna be Chemtech or Ocean.
Yeah.
Cloud's fine. I like Cloud. Cloud, I've gotten deeper appreciation for.
It's Cloud.
It's Cloud. Not too bad.
Nice.
Nice.
Is there a Cloud region in Runeterra?
Targon, probably?
I guess so, yeah. Like top of the mountain, it's
Yeah.
really windy and stuff. Maybe Ixtal. There's like a lot of champions that...
It's very elemental.
Or not Ixtal. Sorry, Ionia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, like Aurelia and stuff. The Sky.
The Wind Brothers.
No. No, I don't think... Yeah. No, I don't think the Sky is part of Runeterra. Sorry,
I wonder
guys.
if they have the Shadow Isles as a region as well. They
Porky is
must,
from the
right?
Wind
For all the
region.
edgy people. It's like
Yeah.
the Shadow Isles and or the Void.
I just, you know, they're gonna release a lot of regions as expansions, no doubt. So
Maybe it's... We haven't even talked about Noxus yet.
yeah, who cares about them?
I mean, they have an
They have
interesting-
Katarina.
Yeah, and Darius and Scion and Swain and LeBlanc and like they have a ton of really cool characters.
Nox sus. It's more like it.
It's game 1, Brendan.
It is game 1. We have 8 more after this.
8 more.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
That's just life.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Uh-oh, Vincenzo in a little bit of trouble. Oh, no, it's just the bait. He's got
Unless-
Lulu, and there's a Zeri. And Lepon's is just going to flash away. He just says, no, thank you. I do not want to fight.
I am not partaking in these shenanigans.
So Donut Nibbler asks, how is DRX CL way better than DRX Pro? That's not
We
true.
asked ourselves this question, but it's also definitely not true. No.
No. No, Pleto is playing in the
Saheb's
LCK. Saheb, yeah, he's going to try to flash away, but there is a Vi there. So,
Yeah.
And by flash, I mean, of course,
I'm a Claire
Realm
believer.
War.
Ah, Papa, no. Clear sucks. Definitely, you know, ignore him. Ignore him, Papa. He's not good. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
Papa,
He's not a good top laner. He hasn't been for like the last year and a half. A very well-rounded top laner that just kind of plays everything. He's bad. You know, don't.
Seems a little sus.
No. Don't come on, Valvis. Back me up here. As it's Viari, and they don't even have any, either in case of Vincenzo, their ultimate, or in case of Guti, the need to use their ultimate. And these individual pickoffs are nice, but when it comes to straight up 5v5s, they still highly favor the DRX composition. Provided that they can get to a point where Claire is looking a little bit better. It's looking like Mortal Reminder, which we're okay with that. Mortal Reminder into quick plates is no problem at all. I'm okay with that. As we still have, now we have 7 stacks on the Dark Seal, maybe perchance we
Papa
can...
says he doesn't need any more imports.
Ah, okay.
What about for the Challenger team?
Don't give him ideas.
FlyQuest
What
Academy.
if Papa just like after a year just leaves and like imports 2 other players when he like
Yeah.
goes to Golden Guardian?
He goes to a new team and imports 2 more players.
Until he's done the whole league. Most of LCK top is pretty good. Yeah, our top lane is not great. We do have the best one in the world, which is nice, but you know, overall the pool's not amazing. So I would like to see Clear. I would like to see Thanatos. Ilima, I'm not so sure. He's playing today, which we haven't seen him in a while. It's mostly been
Is he?
Lancer. Yeah, I checked the rosters earlier this morning.
I mean, he might
Because
play in
it's-
game 1. We cast him actually the first day, and then he got subbed out in the first series, and then we never saw him again.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Not wrong. LCK tops are a worry. LPL tops are. I mean, I really thought that was the case, but then after last year, I kind of backed down from that a little bit when we saw a lot of our tops be completely fine.
Papa just said that Bertle's better than Doran.
I don't really rate Kana. I think Doran to me is the rest I'm on board with, but I think Doran to me is a little bit undervalued.
I think that Kana is even performing better than Bertle.
Well, yeah, but he's also played like 8 games over Nexon.
Yeah, but even so,
I mean, I wouldn't agree with the Bertle rating necessarily, and I'm a big Bertle. Like, I don't really get to have an opinion on Bertle.
I mean, he did. Yeah, I mean, he didn't even. You know, I don't want to put words in his mouth. It's not like he really rated Bertle. He just
maybe
said
true,
he's
but
all
if
right.
he's top 3, yeah, that's fair. I'm definitely on board with that. And we have some great ones.
We got some Live Sandbox fighting. Dominus was popped. This is all for first Cloud Drake of the game. Atlas would be very happy.
We will be pleased.
And as challengers, I mean,
that's a lot of ultimates used. They can turn here.
We have to fight 5v5 on the Cloud Drake. Like, what else could we do? As we're getting on in here, no Dominus this time, but Diok can still engage his backline. You see Pletta's in a lot of trouble. He has to flash this one. Vincenzo is on top, as so is Diablo. And that is a lot of damage just taken away immediately from the side of DRX. Clear tried his damnedest, but he could not do enough, and Setab doesn't quite have enough damage at this point either, as, yeah, he's, I'm going to say tilt out of 10, as I do not know what that flash was. As now we're just going to take a free Baron for the side of Live Sandbox.
And that's another fight where Setab wasn't there. DRX, he used to be so well coordinated. If I'm not mistaken, Setab like TPs, or not TPs, Realm Warps in like halfway through that fight. The turn from Sandbox actually really well done. Recognized that they're about to get flanked, and then hard turn using the power of Vi and Ahri, and looking really good. You know, it's a what can I say? It's a Sandbox draft. And they're a Sandbox team. So we have the Vi coming from Fogger, and do note, like, Setab isn't here. Setab isn't here. Still not here. Still not here. There he is. And with how close this fight was and how much damage Clear was able to do, if Setab is there right from the beginning, you can win that fight. Like, Ryze in these type of fights can do a ton of bounce damage. And once the upfront burst comes through, oh yeah, that's just like tilt, didn't do well this check. And also, even if it did, he would like, I mean, it would not, no, it wouldn't
yeah.
be worth. But
yeah, the whole situation there, like, Ryze, I think, isn't supposed to be, like, yes, the Zeri is very dangerous, but, like, also you're playing into Ahri, Vi,
you know they're gonna hard engage,
so you need to peel.
Yeah.
For your team.
Yeah, this is not a...
Just play front to back. You have Ryze, GP, and Lucian. Like, there's no reason to, like...
Yeah.
You're not playing Akali in this game. You're playing Ryze, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just the whole fight was really uncoordinated for DRX, as you pointed out. And
second time.
Live Sandbox, they can beat DRX and then lose to Bro in 1 week. They could beat or lose to any team, and obviously that means they could beat DRX, and Setab is going to be doing the Wolves and die.
Well, they're definitely going to in this game. This game is kind of donezo Velvis. Although, I say that, and the gold lead is not that big. Oh, God.
Oh, they're okay. Well, you got a little ahead of yourself. Plan B is going to go down. It's a lot of damage. They get the TP out of Dahyuk, as Guti was not there. And yeah, it's just the one pick onto the Lulu. A lot of low health bars here still for DRX.
Ooh. And we see some questions regarding who we think are going to be the MSI representatives. So for
T1.
Well, T1 is the one, and then Gen.G is probably the second for LCK. For LPL, I've seen one LPL game. It was when you linked it in chat. It was the
JDG's
top esports, and that series wasn't
That was a really
good.
nice one. That Ruler just kind of
yeah, I mean, it was. I was happy
himself.
to see. Well, I don't know. I mean, regardless of, regardless of who carried, because I don't even remember watching the game. I remember I watched it. It was after a 5-game day, so we didn't have a lot going on in the head. I mean, you can argue I never do, but I definitely didn't back then. I have no idea. I know zero things about LPL. Couldn't tell you anything. I know that Dove looked good at some point during the split. But then not necessarily still, because IG has been faltering a bit, if I remember correctly.
These guys are counting. They made it all the way up to 6. They're doing well, guys.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
Keep it up,
Let's
chat.
see how far we can get. 7. All right. Yeah, when we, you know, oh no, we got 8 and 8 at the same time. Sorry, guys, it's over.
Aww.
It's over. We made it to 7, and then we failed at 8. Nice try. Ruler hard carried by himself. Lol. Oh no, we sparked the LPL fans, Chronicler. Why'd we have to do that?
But it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay, chat, I want to be very clear. You can be a fan of either region. You can be a fan of the LEC. I don't care. You can be a fan of the LCS. They've been doing great things with the broadcast. I really enjoyed it. I love watching Mark and Prince and Vikla do their thing. But if you do any region baiting or you try and in side fights, you will get timed out. This is a very friendly chat. And we will not stand for that type of behavior. This is the Shaolin broadcast. Come on. Get it together, chat. What about OC? OC also welcome. ERLs are welcome. I don't care. I have my finger on the timeout button, chat. So behave.
He does. He just opened Twitch app.
I am
on his
ready.
phone. He's ready.
I'm ready. Yeah. Ready to smite. If you're not being nice.
I feel like we we sparked some good stuff, but also some bad stuff.
It's okay, chat.
LCO finals tonight, I guess.
Doing well.
Might check that out.
That could be
Actually,
fun.
we'll be casting.
LGL2?
So.
Yeah, LGL2. Yeah, we probably will be.
What's the timeout version of the banhammer?
10-minute timeout. The only thing you're allowed to say is that Challengers is better than any other region. That's allowed.
Chroniclers. Challengers is the best.
Paletta.
The best in the world.
Serpent's Fang?
Yeah. You know, there's been a lot of bloodthirstering and a lot of shield.
There's no karma.
Shield bowing. It's the anti-Zeri tech.
I guess. I mean, it is BT Zeri, so like if
Yeah,
your whole
DRX on Renekton, you've got a Vi.
yeah, but
small
Renekton is also buying what looks like a Remnuance, and you gone lethality item.
Lulu.
So you could have also gone
shield.
Quick Blades. and
You should sell Gale Force for Duskblade. That'll fix it. Drew, that would fix it. Yeah, they all get on the same page in terms of your items. Do you think Challengers could beat any LCS team?
Depends on which team.
Yeah, I mean, some of the lower teams for sure. They wouldn't beat like FlyQuest.
No, I don't think so.
That
either.
would like maybe the best team could like somewhat.
It's really hard
them,
because I
not.
Yeah, I do think that it's important to remember as a rule.
Oh no, he's about to get dahyuked. As that's a lot of damage. Yep, there's that shield. We're breaking through it, Chronicler, bit by bit as, Vincenzo. Vinny from the block, he's slowed as the flail comes in, and that might be his undoing. Right. As, over the wall he goes. The chase is so long as another passive will come through, and down will go the enemy jungler here for DRX as dahyuk now looking to force a 4v5. When has that gone wrong in the past, Chronicler? And DRX are like, well, you're actually really scary, so we'll just take our 1 kill and be happy with it.
So really big spikes hit for DRX. We do have the Quick Blades now done for Clear, which is a colossal spike. And more a reminder, actually an item that used to be very bad for a really long time. Campunk Chainsword was both much more efficient, and more a reminder didn't really have a spot. But with the armor pen back on it, actually such a sick item into Renekton. Like able to shred through his resistances while simultaneously cutting down on the sustain that he has in fights. Really, really cool, as this is a very straightforward E into ultimate, and then Vincenzo desperately trying to get away. They throw like 4 ultimates into him, but to get the Vi, it means that the Baron is not available for the foreseeable future for Sandbox. And Sandbox composition does have an expiration date. Even with the Zeri, I still would be worried once you reach a little bit more items on Clear and Plata in particular.
The plank.
The plank. Yeah, it really is just about the plank for me. It might be a top lane Pog vote here. Chronicler being a grumpy boomer. I mean, that's... I I'm not gonna. Yeah.
It's not really the angle, although.
Is it? You know, maybe when it comes to specific, maybe it is.
When it comes to challengers' positivity, perhaps that's the one thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call you grumpy. I'd just say you're very serious about it. As okay, this is the Vi Ari combo. They take out the Nami. Pretty straightforward for them. Mods add Blink.
I wish I could.
I wish I could.
As we are not contesting this Nash. We are saying, no,
Okay.
you're going to have the second Nash of
It's
the
okay,
game.
they get the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, and they get a bot lane turret.
Nice. Huge. Not actually these guys. I'm making
wonder.
jokes.
Yeah, let's make sure chat knows you're joking. This is a... Ooh, okay, well, that's fine. No one is there. So if they got soul point for this, I feel like it might have been worth it. Now they are going to lose so much standing gold just off of this Nash. So Guti actually hit by Magi. So
whoa, he actually did.
He actually did.
Nice.
And it's like 14 stacks or 15 stacks already.
And it kind of makes sense because he's gone for really defensive builds.
Yeah.
You know, so he's
But
not
he
going to be dying
now.
anytime soon. Yeah, exactly. So it shores up his damage later on. As the split push is very strange. Like, Live Sandbox are like, wait, you're not allowed to do that. And so Setab is like, yeah, you're right. I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to fight with my team. It's okay, we're going on a journey. The Vi journey, just a little bit too much, but the amount of shielding and the amount of time he survives is way too long. The stopwatch's pretty good here for Setab, but he is DED. That stands for dead. And they get the inhibitor from it.
More stacks on the Magi's. Fel is showcasing off some of the American education. What
Yeah,
do you mean,
DED.
Hey.
I'm glad you haven't heard that yet, Chronicler.
That one got me.
That's a long time meme.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that explains a lot.
It's okay. It's a good one. It's a good one.
The Journey of Vi is one that we have seen many times with Guild Force, Dash, and Flash.
Huge strat Vi int for Magi stacks.
It's a worthy trade-off as long as the
game
as
is
Guti
so
doesn't
loud.
die.
Okay, we'll let him know.
Everything is okay. I mean, Denunciator is actually a boomer, so maybe he's just being
Bomba ears.
Bomba ears. Oh, it was the replay. Okay. Okay. I thought it was just Velva's making a mistake.
No.
And I was ready to prank. Ready to prank. Okay, so we're collectoring next. That's okay.
Is it? I don't think it's okay.
I like Lord Dominic's a lot more.
Yeah.
But...
Wait, he has Mortal Reminder.
Oh yeah, you can't go Lord Dominic's anymore. Giant Slayer is still good though, with the... Although with Grasp, maybe your value of that won't be as high as it normally would. Let's see what happens if he hits a... Oh, it's not too bad, but Renekton is never going to be that impressive. And with the game state as is, the DRX are going to hold on, or have to hold on rather, for 25 more seconds. A little bit of time. We actually had a great question in chat, which if you could make a team of all the challenger players and like put them in the LCK, what would it be like? So I think Thanatos and Lucid are a no-brainer.
And then you get Feisty and
probably
mid. Seems pretty straightforward.
And then you get Hype.
Hype is really good. Hype is...
Or Smash, but Smash feels still too inconsistent.
I'd say Hype.
Yeah.
Dihawk here, he's got a stopwatch. That's a great Valdez check as he is going to survive for so long. And look at the turnaround because he has a stopwatch. Best item in the game.
Still alive?
Still alive. He's frontlining for his Zeri, who is now frontlining herself. Diablo just going to flash on in there. In a little bit of trouble because it is Arise who has a Zhonya's, but at the end of the day, they killed 2 people. That's going to be the end of this one. No Penta.
Claire's still here, though.
I don't think it's going to matter too much. They could just hit the turrets. Oh, instead, they're just going to hit clear. And that's not going to go well for them as Diablo doing an insane amount of damage, but that is to the Nami as he's trying to kite out clear. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. DRX, hold on to the Nexus, and the game is not over.
That's Challengers, baby. Clear backed in his own base just to get back. And finish his collector will be enough to end, as it looks incredible here with Diab doing so much work, forcing a bunch of ultimates, then even you'll deny being able to stay alive for so much longer. And then I want you to pay attention to what happens here. Look at Clear. As Satep also, I'm talking about Clear, and I think he did a really good job, but man, Satep draws so much attention, actually locks Diablo underneath the turret, which hasn't taken multiple turret shots, which sets him up for this play. Clear finishes his back, gets his collector, and then now you're still playing with no cooldowns into a gangplank.
I can't hear what Mal is saying.
Oh no.
The replay is actually just that loud. Okay, guys, we'll work on it for game 2. Sorry about that. It's only the replays, right?
Just the replays. And
still a net gain on stacks though, went from 8 to 10.
Well,
I think he was at 14 or 15.
Yeah, he
so
was.
It is not a net gain. I heard it. You did great. Okay, just the replays. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna face check here. That is potentially dead Sejuani. Sponge is gonna get away though, and the amount of CC they have is pretty high. So now no junglers.
Jungle trade?
We don't need junglers. Guti has Unsealed Spellbook, and he has a Death Cap now. He's doing actually insane damage, as 14 stacks on the Ahri is pretty large.
Who's gonna win this game?
Live Sandbox.
I think it's DRX. I think it's a clear POG angle.
You think it's a clear POG angle?
Absolutely. That was the joke. You didn't have to repeat it, Valdez. God. No, I'm kidding.
Wow, that was pretty mean.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, if you know I'm joking, but like if you don't respond, that makes me look mean and I feel horrible and I don't feel like I need to apologize. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not the level of friendliness or professionalism I look for. As with the amount of damage done onto Sponge, he does end up going down nonetheless. And in the end, it will be DRX that actually picks up the dragon. The Sandbox
bullying
composition.
Double lift.
Well, wait,
why does Diablo have an Ephemus chains?
I actually love that.
Is that a new tech?
Yeah, no, I actually think that's really good.
What?
I assume he has it on clear, because if he's in range of Rise, I do think that he can actually deal with Rise. No, it's
what
actually,
is this tech?
No, it's
I've never seen this ever.
So it's
old tech.
It's insanely cost effective as an item.
Really?
It's like a damage reduction item. Yeah. So if you feel like you won't get the full value from the GA, which into the DRX comp to me makes a lot of sense because they have so much sustained damage.
Sponge is really getting chunked by Goody's damage.
I would love to know on who he has it on though, because my guess would be GP to not get one-tapped by barrels, but not 100% certain.
Yeah, we would need the observers to click all the DRX members. As okay, we go. Vincenzo in some trouble, but the charm is big. Look at the Ahri damage and the choke. It's huge. The orb's just gonna hit 3 of them as he's doing nearly as much damage as the Zeri. Just insane stuff, and that is going to be the end of him. But the rest of the team is able to clean up, and as I said,
round 2,
Live Sandbox will win this game.
Might be the turning point here. Sandbox moving towards the Nexus.
There's no turrets. Man, let it clear. They're really strong as Diog is in the front line. He's got a GA, and that should be enough, right? Right? Come on.
If he doesn't have flash, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Now Pleta, he's going to try. That's going to be the end of it. Down goes the Nexus. Live Sandbox win in 38 minutes. Wow. What a crazy game we had here for game 1 of 9.
I need to vote, so I'm going to quickly do that.
We gotta vote. I don't know why my voice just became like...
Well, the composition from Sandbox had one job, which was dive enemy backline, and by God, they kept doing that. And don't you dare vote. Don't you dare vote for that Zeri.
Moly.
No.
I didn't vote for Zeri, but I did vote for the second highest damage on the team.
I'm okay with you voting for Ahri.
Because Guti did set up a lot.
I voted for Diog. Diog was my hero.
That's also a great vote.
I think he really, really snowballed the early game to the extent that... what?
Somebody said Mickey Maldez.
Mickey paid actor and fraudulent.
Where is
Mickey
Beryl?
Maldez.
Where is Beryl? Oh man.
Well, Pleta is here, so it makes a ton of sense now, right?
But Caster's the boom boom, and he had the tech as well.
He did have the
He's
tag.
gonna win. Come on.
I have to ask Yundo.
I didn't vote for him.
Who the
You didn't vote for him.
anathemas was.
But it doesn't matter because Diablo's gonna get POG.
Sure, I'm okay with Diablo getting POG. I don't think.
Guys, does Pleta
I will
get to
say-
charge over time?
What?
Because he's playing in CL and LCK.
Ah.
No, because
What?
only because Duckdom subbed him out in game 2, so he doesn't get
Ah.
to charge over time.
Yeah, you
if
know-
he played 2 games of the 3, then maybe yes.
We were wondering who Anathemas was on. When are we gonna get 70 VM? I don't know. When are we getting Senna? Senna actually I think is quite strong on the current patch, but teams are not gonna play her because that's not how we do things. That's
What did I say?
yeah, no, that's okay.
Diablo.
We knew.
Oh man, 42% damage percentage, and also almost 1200 damage per minute.
Sandbox is gonna 2-0 another team, and then lose their next series against like
Guangdong.
or Gen.G.
Mm-hmm.
Could happen.
It's gonna happen.
Will be really big for them. They are still in the running to possibly make playoffs, but they are still 2 games behind T1. And getting a win here would be absolutely instrumental, and also mean that DRX is setting at 8-5, which isn't real danger zone yet, but could be getting somewhat close.
Diablo is him. Yep, true. Yeah, that's true. Diablo is still like 15 years old, right?
Yeah.
He's a very young player here in Challengers.
And yeah, as I was
he
saying
was
before,
born in 2007.
yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
And Plan B was born 2006.
Yeah, they're absurdly. This roster was straight up just grabbed from Academy because they lost their entire previous roster, and seeing them do this well already, even if they don't make playoffs, even if they don't end up doing that well, like the individual mechanical highlights that we see of this team should be enough to make anyone excited, Valdez.
Well, Chronicler, that was game number 1. Chat, we will see you after the break. Hello, we are back here for Challenger League of the LCK. It's me, Valdez, with Cronny, Wani, Patootie. As we are getting ready for game number 2 here, Live Sandbox with the upset victory, as nobody knows who they can beat and who they will not beat. But they beat DRX in game 1.
You never know.
You just never know.
In challengers, you can't, even in a game, you can't know. Although you did have a correct guess. I was more optimistic towards DRX's chances. I believed in the Pirate. Pirate wasn't
Never
good
believed in the
enough.
Pirate.
No?
Yeah, he's a swindler.
Swindler.
He'll take your gold.
Well, he definitely gets his gold from somewhere. I don't know if we
From
ever
us.
address where Gangplank gets his gold from, or where global gold comes from. Like, do we know? Is it just inflation?
It's definitely not inflation.
Well, no, because then you wouldn't be able to buy anything with it.
Yeah.
But like, where do you get your global gold from? Where does it come from? Is it the
Don't ask
Runeterra
questions.
bank?
Just take your gold.
No, I want to figure this out.
You're not
though.
supposed to know, I don't think. There's
Toughy.
a 90% chance they pick Lucian and Zeri in the next game. DRX selected blue side, by the way, just in case anybody was had any questions.
If you were confused about what might happen in this game, don't be.
Gonna put poison on a fish and let Tom devour it. Yeah, same.
Twitch chat.
Twitch chat
versus
has gone
Fatal
off the
Stakes.
rails.
Yeah, Twitch
We're
is
in
going
game
kind of
2.
wild
This is game 2 of 9.
already.
Okay, guys. Caster, which champs could you take in a
Not a
fight?
lot.
None of them.
Well, I don't know about none. There are some that like are pretty weak in terms of lore.
Like who?
Yumi?
Okay, Yumi. We can take Yumi, guys. We figured it out.
I think Yumi Jana is kind of. She doesn't have a lot of threatening stuff going on. Also depends on which weapons we have access to, right?
Yeah, but like this is talking about we don't have weapons and they have their whole kit.
Okay, well then
That should be the default.
Okay, well then it's probably just Yumi.
Yeah, it's probably just Yumi. Anyway, we're not violent people. We're not gonna fight these champions.
Isn't Jana a goddess? Well, okay, I guess, yeah. Well, never mind, Chad. I guess we can't take Jana. We can't take Sona either.
It looks similar bands.
Yeah, we've been Vi.
Yeah, because you got a first pick Sejuani.
Okay, so now we Zeri Lulu.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to do this, fellas.
No, he's gonna pick
Zeri
Wukong.
Lulu. No, there's Zeri Lulu, and then
Yeah,
we
no,
Lucian
I know.
Nami,
Zeri
and then we
Lulu.
Wukong. Yeah,
And then he's gonna pick Wukong.
Yeah.
In third pick. Okay.
let's do it.
Lucian Nami. Okay. Lucian Nami. Wukong. All right.
I don't.
All right. What's next?
This is a rebroadcast. If you are wondering before, you now have confirmation that what we are witnessing has already happened. Sona's dumb. I don't think Sona's dumb. She's just mute.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, couldn't. Otherwise, how could she be a DJ?
Is Pleta playing both rosters? No.
No, Plata was called up because Dokdam had an injury, and then Dokdam recovered to the point where he thought he could play, and then he played. Thank you. I was wondering if this. Yeah, you're very welcome. No problem at all. So we are for Nar.
I'd say that's.
Nar or Cassante.
You might just pick Azir.
No, Azir got gutted this patch. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. 13.4. He
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, the Jax ban definitely leads even more to the Gnar.
R for Nar.
She's not very smart and also can't talk. Sorry, should have clarified.
How do we?
Why? How do we know how smart Sona is?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, there's Cassante. Yeah, makes
Cassante,
sense.
who is that? Cassante in My League of Legends.
Just pick Gwen.
Didn't he get gutted too?
Don't go Nar, just pick Gwen. No, he didn't. I mean, he's the same
He
as he
didn't
was
get
on the
gutted,
previous
but
patch. I think he's still fine. He's just not overtuned. No. Come on, pick.
No, yeah,
pick
yeah.
Gwen.
You're saying no, but actually, if you say it with an Australian accent, it's like Nar.
Nar, man. Don't do that.
Yeah. So you were right, technically.
What do we get? I guess Syndra. Maybe.
Syndra.
I don't know. Akali, Victor. Oh, Victor.
It's gonna be Victor versus Orianna.
It's gonna be Corki.
Nah, Orianna.
You know, got dropped by Nightbot.
Could be Silas, right? Like, I guess Akali's okay.
Akali's fine. You give up any Samus or Pry on the lane, but it's really interesting to me because we've seen pro players pick either side of this matchup. We've seen a lot of people pick Victor into Akali because you obviously will be able to bully her early, and if you do snowball, her gameplay becomes very tenuous. While
I guess Akali is the plan B.
I think that the Akali is quite strong because Akalis have gotten very good at getting through laning phase, being fine. And in challengers, it all comes down to, do you fight better than your opponent?
Why would you not just take Silas here if you're going to play a melee?
I think Akali does a little bit better into Victor, but they do have Gnar, so yeah.
They have Gnar and Sejuani.
Yeah.
Even Chaos Storm is good.
Yeah.
Culling is good. Tidal Wave is alright. So you have like 2 exceptional ultimates, 2 that are good / great, and then you have Tidal Wave, which is okay. So like, why?
I don't know.
Why not? What's going on, Goody?
Because we are scrimming Valdez.
Goody has played 8 games of Silas. Okay? 8 games of Silas. It is one of the only champions that he has a positive win rate on.
Well, at least we know he's not picking the 0 anymore. Yep. Guys, sound asleep. We are asleep. This is all a dream. You try watching this draft for like. This is what, like we've done what, like 160 games at this point.
I really want to say something mean, but I'm gonna keep it in myself.
We're not gonna be mean.
I'm not gonna say something mean. I had a very good comeback, but I'm not gonna say it.
I do want you to write it down. Remember,
I'll tell it to you
and
later.
tell me later.
I'll tell it to you later. Yeah. Say it? No, I won't.
Don't do it, Valdez. Don't give in to the dark side.
I used to read Word Up magazine. Heavy D and Salt and Pepper up in the limousine. Okay, guys, we're gonna go straight into game number 2. Let's do it. I was a little bit slow on that one. It's okay. We got there.
We're getting there. Chat doing with us.
This time, Atlas put in 4.
Good. So, drafts. Chat. Do you know what these compositions do, or do you need me to explain it to you again?
Can you please explain it to me, Chronicler?
I have explained it so many times. So in top lane,
please, I'm new
please
here.
Explain,
please
I'm
explain.
New. This is a new comp. Please explain. I shouldn't have. That's on me. It's the first time I've ever seen them. Please explain. No, even YouTube chat is joining in. So we'll go over the lane one by one and explain what all of these lanes mean and how they relate to one another as far as the entire map goes. So in top lane, we have Gnar versus Cassante. If Gnar spaces well, he should do well into Cassante. If he makes mistakes, Cassante has pretty good solo kill opportunities for about the first 9 levels. However, when it comes to the late game teamfight, provided he has his flash available, Gnar is a little bit more high impact, and we have seen a lot of Cassante struggle with actually getting big team fighting ultimates ever since they nerfed his ult. So please stop explaining. I didn't mean I'm going to cry. No, I'm going to keep going now. You've unleashed this.
He unleashed.
Then we have
unlocked
Sejuani.
it, guys.
Sejuani actually has a great matchup into the Wukong early on. If you can catch him with his cooldowns down. Even though Wukong has a ton of armor shred, he is very reliant on getting his ultimate. So for the first 5 levels, Sejuani actually a lot stronger. Only has a single melee lane to play off, and that melee lane half the time isn't even melee. So not the best Sejuani angle, but her value with her ultimate still will be high. And then we have Vincenzo, who just wants to get to level 6 as soon as possible, because then the monkey becomes a real champion. And that's his dream. That's all he really wants to do. You want to take the mid lane matchup, Valdez?
I used to read Word Up magazine. It was all the dream, right? So, just like this cast.
Okay.
We're not actually alive. Caster's why no singed top? It's because he's a support champion. So you wouldn't play him in the top lane because he's only played in support. Sorry. If they want to know about the mid lane matchup, Chronicler.
onto the mid lane matchup we go. So I want to know the priority of each lane every 5 minutes of the game. Okay, so top side, it should be early Cassante favored up until Gnar gets, I want to say 2 items. And from that point on, Gnar should be fine and not be in kill threat range even when he's mini and win the matchup. Jungle doesn't 1v1, so it doesn't matter. The early matchup is extremely Victor favored. And then I think like when we get to the like late game, I think it's Victor favored again, unless Gucci finds really good angles.
Every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes, you jerk.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Who's the champ with the gun?
Who's the champ with the gun? It's Lucian. He has 2 guns. I mean, I guess Zeri also
Does
has a
Zeri
gun,
have a
kind
gun?
of. Yeah, she has, but she's like, well, here's 1 gun, and then the other one, she also has like her finger, right? Because she's a living battery. Okay, so bot lane. Well, this matchup is very cool, new and exciting. We haven't seen it a lot. Contrary to popular belief, in laning, Zeri and Lulu are actually a lot better. The main thing is that, particularly with the setup that Plata has gone for, once you get your Guild Force Mandate spike, you are quite strong. You can also try and look for more early all-in potential if you get a serrated Dirk. However, this does delay your spike, so if you go serrated Dirk and don't skirmish early, say pick up an early objective, some kills, or an early dragon, then the Dirk is not really worth it, because generally you will end up selling it later, as the commentary is cringe. Thank you, Almighty Deku. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm really appreciative of all the effort that we put in.
Yes.
It's great. Really, really nice. You try casting League of Legends. You see how you feel.
Nah, he can't. He also said he's sorry. He
Can you
told
play
me.
this on controller? Yes, you can. Don't you worry. Yeah, if you can, we have had people that like...
Can't Live Sandbox just win if Lulu has a gun? Yeah, I ask myself the same question every day. Okay, well, plan B is just going to flash. Diablo really just... Okay, he's just going to barrier instead. As he didn't quite get slowed as much. Yeah, nice follow-up gank here from Sponge. Follow-up from Game 1, I should say, because he did this in Game 1. He's doing it in Game 2. And he's back. Saying cringe is cringe. No you.
Thank you for the commentary. Go play Lucian. So just make sure you have Nami. Lucian by himself is not very good. He's had 1 game of Lucian mid, and it hard stomped, and then we never saw it again. That was fun.
Got him. What jungle pet do you think is the strongest? I'm personally a fan of Quilava myself.
I'd say the blue one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quilava or the blue one?
Green one was the best, but it was nerfed repeatedly.
I kiss. Make your illusion. Miss.
Oh, that's a great.
Miss.
That's a great.
You can also
sidebar.
kiss goodnight. The homies always kiss each other goodnight.
It's important.
Yeah.
What's your favorite ice cream
Gotta
flavor
make sure
to
they're
eat by
comfortable
itself?
before they go to bed.
Either any form of like good chocolate ice cream or mango.
Did the LCK crew enjoy the new Fire Emblem? You'd have to ask Wolf, as he's the only one who's played it so far.
Yeah, Wolf is the one. I'm going to play it in the future, but I'm playing Octopath Traveler right now. Are they casting this from home?
2.
2, thank you. We're casting this from the future.
This is basically my house, because I spend more time here than my actual house. So yes.
Yep.
I am casting from home, so is Chronicler. Yeah. I've been kissing the same homie goodnight for 5 years tomorrow. Oh, nice. Congratulations.
That's adorable.
If that's
Love
actually
that.
true. 5 years, that's nice. It's a solid relationship you got going
Costos,
on.
how many pistachios do you think you can shell and eat in 1 minute?
Ooh, I
That's
actually have a lot
tough.
of experience with this.
I don't. You take it away.
Have you eaten pistachios? Like, have you ever gone to Costco and gotten like the big bag of pistachios and eaten too much that you get sick? And
What's Costco? I'm kidding. I've been to Costco with
what do you
Veldas,
mean?
actually.
We've been there together.
Yeah, no, we have. But I do not relate to that experience, no.
Apparently, Zeri was born in the same year as Diablo. I can't even say his name anymore. Oh man. According to the law,
too rich. No, I mean I've eaten pistachios, just haven't eaten so many
he's
pistachios.
also been to Costco.
I have been with, and also like when would I be against
So
great cost-effective shopping?
To answer the question, I think if I really push myself, probably like 15 to 17.
I'm gonna say 10. I don't think I'll
10?
be very quick. They were my festival food. I always had a bag of pistachios when I went to festivals.
Festivals.
Yeah. You know, you wake up on the Saturday morning feeling crusty and you're 10 and you're like, I need a snack. But you don't want to walk over to the cart where they sell the sandwiches because you're not mentally prepared for that yet. So you just crack open a bottle of water and some pistachios. While you look at today's program.
Today's program.
Yeah, the program of the day. Like which actor you're gonna see, what's gonna be your pathing.
I've never
you know? Like where do you want to go? What are you gonna see?
I've never been to a festival like that myself.
Oh, it's amazing. We have so many good ones in that.
Someday
I really miss
we'll
them.
go together.
One day.
Atlas is asking if Jesus was born in Runeterra. Of course. If Jesus was in LoL, what role would he be? Support. Yeah, no, I think he'd be a mid laner.
I have no input on this question.
Okay. You're not quite American for this question.
No.
American enough, I should say.
I went to Lowlands, Best Kept Secret. I think those were the main two ones. I think I went to like smaller ones as well, but I don't even expect anyone to know either of those. So I don't know how helpful that is.
Jesus kind of carried Nazareth, not gonna lie.
Chat! What's happening?
Jesus got ganked by Judas. Oh my god.
I know Lowlands.
That guy from YouTube chat is gonna come back. He's gonna be like, what's going on in here? I'm not okay with this. Oh, we're doing the Rift Heralds.
First blood? Angle? Maybe?
No, just smite and run. Oh, nice ult from Spongius says he is really tanky, but is he tanky enough? Nice flash and dash maneuver as Clear still has Gnar. Clear still has Gnar. He's just waiting for the right moment. Wallop dodged, but yeah, I think that's just a heist. I think he just gets in there, takes the objective, runs away, and nothing happens.
Can you explain this mid lane matchup in the world of, in terms of World of Warcraft Arena? So Satep is an arcane mage and Guti is a rogue.
Okay.
So
arcane mage.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't sound very safe.
No.
Probably just get one shot by the rogue.
Yeah, I mean arcane mage kind of sucks in PvP, right?
Depends on which patch, right?
Yeah.
Frost
like,
was in the beginning of WoW was always the best.
I remember in Wrath of the Lich King when I played a lot of Arena, it was Frost mage always.
Yeah.
Is it Pyro now?
Nowadays, I don't know. I mean, if you're asking about Wrath Classic, it was Frost as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd expect Frost to be the main benefactor, but that's it. Although you don't have Blink, and you know there's no kick for Goody, so he can't really interrupt anything. So he just has to 100-0 you. Otherwise, he loses.
Cassius, do you think if you played in a full 3-game series as 80 carry for T1, you could get a single kill?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just because you've been laning with Carrier.
Yeah.
Carrier
will let Carrier tell you what to do as well.
Yeah, and you just do it. Carrier's like, press your buttons, and you're like, okay, all
just
in
play
here.
Something really
like,
safe.
Sure.
You know, like play Ezreal and just like queue the minions. You could even lose lane, it's fine.
I don't need, like, I think you should play Varus, because like Ezreal has too much skill expression involved, okay? Like,
True.
what if you miss your cues? Just play Varus. Hidden E.
Okay.
And then Carrier, just if Carrier says all in, you all in.
Can either of you speak Korean and understand Carrier? Yes.
Veldas can, yes. I will not be able to.
I think you guys would be able to communicate at a very simple level.
Yeah.
You know,
should be like it'll be okay for a game.
Got the English level, you have like the basic Korean level. You could probably figure it out.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. What are your favorite copy pastas from this year?
We haven't had that many yet. Copy pastas
it's still February. I guess we're like halfway through spring.
I do think in the Chronicle Coast stream we had a lot more copy pastas because we got like weird a lot more. Chat was a bit weirder, not in a bad way, but it definitely was.
In a good weird way?
Sometimes. Generally, yes. Not always.
Spongius gonna find Vinny in the river as Vinny's just gonna spin onto Sponge and not really get too much damage, but Sponge is in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have flash, remember, as the... Oh man, that was actually huge. They take down Nami as the shuriken. That's the word I was looking for. So a double kill goes into the hands of Akali.
This is the problem with the Victor versus Akali matchup, is if Akali roams, this is all you can do. You might be like, Satep, why didn't he move? Well, if he moves and Akali's in brush, then he dies. And if he is there, he also doesn't do that much. And now, if this roam doesn't work out, the game state for Satep is looking pretty hot. But Goody got a double. So now life for Victor is very, 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 very bad. Because As we do see, I actually like this from Vincenzo, and if they do have Pierre and Pala there, if they got zoned by Plan B and Diablo, then they can hunt the 0, the Wukong, and then maybe you can play it as, man, like, Sandbox are playing this so well aggressively, like Plan B going in for the ultimate, making sure that they get the knock-up, Diablo going over the wall as well, and the saving grace is that top lane matchup. And as we has mentioned already, should be looking quite decent, and Claire is just, he's got a call.
Yeah. As we pan to the top lane and see Clear just slowly receiving a boomerang. That is the absolute state of League of Legends. And DRX are still ahead on gold, but Sandbox still in a very nice spot because their gold is in a very good spot on this Akali. Who got this? I got some water. Is that what you're referring to?
I have a little cup of water as well. I still have
Yeah.
half a sandwich that I'm planning to eat in the break.
Yeah, I only got half sandwich today because I'm trying to lose some weight.
Good for you, Valdes.
Diets aren't fun, but, you know, I let myself go over the years. I looked at myself casting StarCraft 2 in 2017, and I'm like, or 2016 rather, and I'm like, man, I was much thinner.
And back we go.
We'll get there. We'll get there, chat.
Korea is a land of amazing food, and it'll sneak up on you.
You were 12, Valdes. No, in 2016, I was not 12. Actually, that is factually untrue.
You're still power hot. Power hot, Valdes.
Power hot.
I don't know what that
Nice.
means, but...
Yeah, I'm going to take it as a compliment. As, okay, flash on in. That is also a polymorph. He is so dead. No flashes in the bottom lane. This is basically just served up burgers for the bottom lane. As more feeding to Live Sandbox.
Is Sandbox just going to 2-0?
Yeah.
This is a turret. This is first turret blood. Like, Vincenzo and Plan B, peace out. I mean, they're not going to. They're going to help him get this turret, but, like, give him the solo turret gold. Oh my god, what a disaster. For DRX, for Sandbox, this is amazing.
What would it take to have the next fight be solo casted? Hashtag Doa.
I mean, the fights are always solo casted.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doa's
not even here.
If you mean, I mean, I assume it's when Doa did that. If you,
I guess he meant the next game, because Doa is kind of famous for doing a solo cast game in the past at OGN.
I've solo casted Overwatch.
That doesn't count.
That was
it the LCK?
horrible.
No.
Okay, I'm not trying to flex. I'm just trying to share my experience, fellas. God.
Yeah, true.
This is rebroadcast? Yes.
Yeah, we're from 25?
2025, yeah.
Okay. He had the solo cast game because his co-caster was running late. I'm not sure that was the reason, but... Man, 6KJ keeps trying to... Typing keeps getting owned by Nightbot.
Chronicler is a dirty, humble bragger. I am a bit wrong.
Challenger Chronicler is so angsty.
Am I? Maybe normally I keep all the angst in and it has to go somewhere. On the LCK, I can't really... I used to come out in the co-stream where you were either positive or receiving angst, but that's not a thing anymore. No, you can't do caps. You can make fun of me, that's fine, but you can't do caps.
Yeah, I would say don't make fun of Chronicler. He's a very nice guy. Unless you're Atlas, of course.
Oh, yeah, but
that's the only guy who has clearance.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
You know, I can't fight nature.
Mm-hmm.
Get wrecked, nerds. I can caps. that's the Atlas we know and love right there.
Any caps enjoyers?
Sure, he's a great player. I don't really... I can appreciate him, but I don't really care, if that makes sense. Because I don't... You can only love... you can only love so many things.
Confirm that Chronicler doesn't care about caps.
No, you can only care about so many things in your life, right? And for me, it's people close to me in Korean League of Legends.
Chronicler,
There's no place for other League of Legends.
If I were a sentence of Dutch, okay, we're gonna have to hold that thought as clear. He does get the last part of the ult out, and now Gucci has to flash away with Meganar on the way. Looked like that was just an Akali bullying the poor Gnar, but Clear had something else to say. So, if I were a sentence of Dutch in full caps, would you still love me?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
That works.
What if my sentence was something really edgy and uninformed
Then I
and
would-
also mean.
Then
Would
I
you still love
no,
me?
then I would not, because that would not be a sentence that I would. Gragas, I think Gragas into the jungle is fine. I think pretending Caitlyn doesn't exist is a little bit problematic.
It's just that Europe knows how to deal with Caitlyn. But we don't in
Yeah,
Korea.
I mean, that must be it. Sponge goes in.
Not to take anybody's interview out of context or anything. Yeah, Sponge goes in and Sponge goes out, and we can explain it this time around. So, yeah, I mean, it's just the Cloud Soul again, which this time it's different because Liv Sandbox have 2 Drakes.
Oh, Akali flank.
Duh,
Goodie's ready.
Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of damage on a Piero. Sponge gets in front of the Shuriken, but it doesn't quite matter as he is still in that backline. Pleta gets totally zoned, and down goes the mid laner Sitab once again. Double kill as now 4-0 for Liv Sandbox's mid laner Guti.
Is Sandbox the best team in Challengers, Feldas? Maybe.
Yeah,
Definitely
today.
the best. Definitely the best team that we've seen in this best of 3 so far. Good flank.
Good
That was
flank,
a good
yeah.
Akali flank.
He wasn't flanking for 8 years. He got in and got out and got in.
Got the job done. Man with a mission is Goody. Piero, the idea of trying to zone is great, but then unfortunately it's a double flank angle. So while Clear deals with Dia, they don't also deal with the Akali coming in from the flank. And if you don't have your flanks covered and either Diok
Yes,
or
Bun Bun.
Guti takes you down, then you're in deep trouble. What?
Yes,
What?
it's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with the that assessment, but that's okay. We have international
That's okay.
tournaments. To,
I mean, if you know, T1 and Gen.G are probably going to go to that tournament named MSI that I just remember the name of. Sitab is in a little bit of trouble here. He does have flash, but
maybe a lot.
he's dealing with Akali and Wukong, so not going to be able to get away from that one. And that is a 5th kill now for Goody. You know, as long as this guy just doesn't play Azir, he's popping off. And you know what? Azir's banned now because he's really bad. So
Life's
maybe
good.
those Sandbox are just the best team now.
Life's good for Sandbox.
They have a mid laner.
Total damage dealt. Wow, I can't believe Setup dealt this much damage. We are on 13.4, yes. And we will be in the LCK as well, which is cool.
It says 13.4 right now, but they draft like 13.1B.
I just missed the deadline for my finance project. Caster, please explain the importance of challengers and how it is vital to its existence so I can clip it and send it to my professor to get an extension. Without Genkov, their relentless chatting, we would not be able to provide the level of challenger broadcast that we are looking for. And as a result, they are indisposable to making this broadcast work.
We need that person in our chat. Otherwise, this would not exist.
We wouldn't be real. I mean, we already aren't. Probably want to clip that part out. But
We're definitely not real. So, yeah. When did you first start playing League? I think it was... I started playing in the beta.
Season 2 for me.
I'm trying to remember what year that was.
I need to let one of you let my professor know I'm going to be late because of LCK broadcast. Who should I send a request to? We can only do challenger broadcast here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
sorry.
here to help with LCK related queries.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, remember we are not doing the region trash talking, okay?
No region trash
We're
talk.
not partaking
Okay.
in that. Any fans of
okay.
any regions
People-
are welcome.
If, you know, I'm happy to be proven wrong. If they can handle it better there, you know, Guma's going to play Caitlyn, and we'll see. If they beat that, then I was wrong. Cool. And then we have a better data point here for the LCK, and we can learn. But if not, then the opposite is true.
Indeed.
So that's the way it goes.
What if you're an LGL fan? I mean, include yes, obviously.
Everybody's included.
Can handle Carrier Kate. Well, no one can handle anything that Carrier does, which is a lot. It's kind of the point of most of Carrier's champions. Is
Guma or Keria be playing Caitlyn, though?
yeah, we don't know. We don't have all the answers.
Has yet to be seen. I want Monty. You know, I think Monty's married, so
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure
he's
you'll get
available.
him. Yeah. Sorry. But he does do some great League of Legends content nowadays, so if you want to check him out, he's still around.
Yeah, here's the Monty and Wolf show.
Yeah.
And I know he does a ton of other shows as well, but I can't think of the names from the top of my head. But I know that was,
he does
that was happening
bangers
this morning.
Where he like does VOD reviews of like the best games in the world.
Caster, thoughts on Double Lift going to smash Guma at Worlds? Bold to assume that 100 Thieves are making MSI or Worlds. But I appreciate the optimism.
Mm-hmm. Casters, are you excited for the perma ASOL pick ban once he's unbanned? He's already unbanned.
Yeah.
So he wasn't perma picked or banned in
Yeah.
any of these series. There's only been one.
I want Papa Smithy back. I understand. Yeah, the replacements for Papa have been pretty horrible. Particularly
especially that Dutch guy.
Oh yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah,
thinks he's funny. Has a horrible accent.
Totally T1 bias.
Can't deal with that. And Gen.G bias.
Yeah.
And
he's just LCK bias in general, I think.
Sucks.
Ooh, look at this hop. Gets hit in the air, but it doesn't matter. But this is actually really, really nice. Gonna isolate these two members on the right side, and that is now Lucian getting a shutdown onto a 5-0 Akali. As what could go wrong, forcing a 4v5? I don't know, Chronicler, but it seems like Liv Sandbox will not be punished for this, as Vincenzo is going to get underneath the turret.
They're in a really awkward spot here.
Yeah, no Meganar this time around. Can they win this one with the Zeri is really the question. 4v5, they say yes as the bubble is going to hit the Zeri, but Diablo just going to be stunned up, and it doesn't matter. Down he goes. As Cassante does do a lot of damage, but there's nobody that can hit Satab. And Liv Sandbox opted into this one. 4v5, they said, nope, we're still stronger without our 5-0 Akali. Doesn't matter. We can still win. And they feed 3 kills to the victor.
9 games, Valdez.
9 games.
Sandbox were looking really good. And then they were greeted by Gnar. And Clear really slapping them there.
4v5?
I don't know. Makes zero sense. They felt like DRX were in an awkward position, which they kind of were, but also
Is Zeri bronze or what? Hey, silver kids, that is not okay.
You don't have to take it out on other people, okay? Just because you're silver. That's not cool. Clear with an insane ultimate here. Vincenzo gets over the wall, but the CC chain on Goonie is big as well.
We got fighting.
Oh god, he got shut down as well.
Yeehaw.
That was 1 versus 2. What was that? What was that? Both what I'm watching on my screen and what's happening over here. I'm pointing at Valdez. I don't know what that was. What was that? I've never heard you do that.
What do you mean? He popped off. I had to just let the yeehaw out. You know, like I can't just keep it inside me all the time.
Yeehaw-des?
Yeah, yeehaw. That's the way it goes.
This is
I
the
didn't
first
choose
time
my culture.
I've ever heard you do this, Valdez. So it's either yeehaw or I'm walking here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a different part of me. But ever since I moved down south, I've changed a lot.
Moved down south?
These players are really good. They should become professionals.
Sure.
True. Gosh darn it.
Where's Laura? We need a Texan in here.
Yeah.
For the authenticity.
Where's Lunel?
Where is Lunel?
It'll happen eventually. So is DRX going to win this game now? I mean...
probably
Pleta has 3 items.
Not.
And Satab also got 3 kills in the last fight. So Pleta got the huge shutdown on the 5-0 Akali, and then Satab got 3 kills in 1 fight.
Yes, but Akali is getting dangerously close to a death cap, and Diablo is also going to hit 3 items soon. And with how Sandbox have been playing, I do think I favor them. My main issue with the DRX comp is that if they are not the ones pulling the trigger, I do think that they're at a pretty high risk of losing your fight. Sandbox actually has been doing a really good job of finding continuous side angles, which takes away a lot of the value from the Nami specifically. So as long as they can make sure that they know where Clear is and not get 100-0'd, if Guti or Vincenzo is able to get in the backline, they're in deep trouble. Diablo can follow up very easily, and then if Dayak can get Clear out of a fight, I don't think DRX can ever win. But we'll see, because if DRX Or if Sandbox rather just take a bunch of Victor poke and don't do anything, then they'll be fine. Or then the DRX will be fine. But it's Sandbox, so I think they're more at the risk of hard forcing when they shouldn't than the other way around.
Yeah, very true. I'm just kind of giggling because you're
the
trying
Jersey
to
conversation.
No, you're trying to predict a Challengers game, which I thought was kind of funny.
Oh, thank you.
But I admire the effort. I think that's very important.
That's what I'm here for.
To put in the effort, and you know, you should be admired for that. You know what's weird is that in English it's, you know, admire and admired, but then it's admirable. Like, who decided they would just change the way you say the word? Why isn't admirable?
I don't know.
Why is it admirable? Like, who decided this?
I don't know. Good question. What's more important? More important most of the time, kill lead or goal lead? That's actually a really interesting question because generally it's gold lead, but being up very high in kills can have a really big impact on the mental of players.
Papa's got all the spicy takes today. I love it.
Valdez's attempts to cast are admirable.
That's like an old school, like, Papa Smithy joke from when we used to cast together in 2018. Good times, good times. And then Papa left me.
Oh, bye. Yes. I'm actually not real. It's just Velvet's in a room doing two voices.
The sound of silence.
Papa went to buy milk in the US. Yeah. Never came back.
So sad. That is a very sad clown. What is that? Is that Artosis? Well, like, the closer I got, I'm like, wait, that's Artosis. Okay, we have a fight. That's Cassante, so you don't actually deal damage to him. Flashing into a Cassante. He has wild growth on him as he has to go forward, and they finally got him. He is now dead. Huge. They also killed Vincenzo's clone. I saw that. I was like, oh, is that a second person? No.
You can give up this Drake sandbox. That is fine.
No, you know what I'd rather do is face check the brush. As, okay, Sponge just going to try to get on in there. Goody,
they need the rest of the team.
Goody is alive, so I'm not sure.
Oh my god, he's doing it!
He's doing it, and he might as well, right? He's got the stopwatch, and they have a Zeri behind this. As in he goes, 2 kills. Goody is really flying off the rails here. As Diablo now just going to frontline, and the fight is totally broken up. Setab zoned for now, but he's a victor. He's got some decent range poke, but Diablo over the wall. Going to get the flash out of Setab. Pleta here in the front. Vincenzo over the wall, trying to kite out the monkey, and he will, but Diablo with the shield is not enough, as in goes Pleta, the double man into the wall. Clear going to take him down, and DRX take a really close fight.
Amazing spacing there. The downside of Zeri is that once her her ultimate runs out, she can get kited very easily, as we saw there. Without flash or any engagement available, DRX, as long as they keep respect of the range in which Zeri operates, will never die there. So really well done. And the Drake doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things, but it sets them up for a free move towards this Baron. And if it can get Baron, I do think that is the game breaker. Gucci crucially also not finishing his death cap. No jungler available, and I'm pretty sure, Valdez, that was the saving grace for DRX. A close fight, a 4v5, hard forced by Sandbox for the second time in a row. And
what could go wrong?
Yeah.
Surely they just win it, right, Chronicler? I
mean,
they
almost did.
They were so, you know, they have this guy that's so fed in the Akali, and he gets really fantastic access to the backline, but it's still 4v5. And it was relatively close. Like, if executed better, maybe let Sandbox win it, but they can't execute the important targets, right? The Victor and the Lucian. Yeah. Not to mention Clear is basically full health.
Yeah, Clear is my MVP. He's not playing incredible. Like, look at this, right? Like, with Flash available on Pleta and Setab, look at how they deal with Diablo. Because they're very aware that as long as Diablo is getting kited out, they can't. Oh, okay, Death Cap's done.
Again. Sorry, it came out again. I can't control it today.
Maybe just cast like that the whole time. It'll be funny. As we do have a third item for Diablo. So that's big, but it's looking with this Baron power play that the DRX have done it. And the power of this team shining through a little bit more, even though it did take Sandbox opting into 2 4v5 fights. Twice!
What could go wrong?
Well, a lot, clearly.
Surely they just win the 4v5 fights. Like, well, they gave up the Baron. They try to take some wonky kind of fight on the top side of the map. That doesn't work. So the Baron is now in the hands of DRX, and they take down 2 inhibitors. They're still going up against an 8-2 Akali, but Zeri hasn't been online. You see that Clear's been having an amazing game. The carries on the side of DRX are getting huge amounts of damage in the game because they're kept alive for so long. It's very nice what DRX have been able to do. They're down in kills, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Still win.
Immensely far ahead, 2 inhibitors down. The saving grace for Sandbox is that they do have free dragons, and DRX now will be able to get a next one in 2 minutes, but actually getting the soul is still taking a long amount of time, and if you can reach a late game where the gold lead is not as relevant anymore, that might be fine. The main issue is that for the next 4 minutes you have 0 map pressure. With these inhibitors being down, which will allow DRX to farm up your entire jungle. They're going to get this bot lane inner as well, which will make their gold lead even bigger. And then the items that you need to reach to kind of get even are not looking too hot. There's also still a bunch of stopwatches. Plata still is available. We do have Satip also going for the Zonias. And Sandbox are just going to hard force.
They're throwing so much into Diehawk, but they have so much insane damage now that it doesn't matter. Like, they're just able to basically 100 to 0 and CC him down. All 3 inhibitors are dead. As you see Diablo, he's trying his best. It's pretty much up to him.
Oh, Baron buffer's gone. Can they end?
Uti's got an angle on the left side too, so trying to frontline, trying to create something for the Zeri as they get in onto clear. They take out the Mini-Gnar. As okay, that's a lot of the front line taken out here, but the Sejuani's still alive. Sponge trying to kite this one out, but Diablo is just gonna get bubbled, and that will do it. The one bubble from Plan B as he had, or not Plan B, obviously from Piero, as he had a different plan for this one. Down will go the Nexus, and we will have our game 3 in this series, Chronicler.
Going to a third game between Liv Sandbox and DRX. I was voting for my POG. I'm reminding you that maybe you should do that as well. And DRX in this game, they played a lot better than in game number 1. Clear was, again, for me, a highlight player.
Yeah.
But also, Liv Sandbox, we know that you're a team that loves fighting. But if you could tone down just a little bit, just a little bit, this team could be a genuine threat, particularly in challengers where being able to fight as well as they do is so important. The fact that they almost won that second 4v5 is wild. How did Sandbox lose? What?
He just came in here at he left for 12 minutes. I figured like he had to just have left, and then he missed all the 4v5s.
Well, I mean, the first 4v5
they would get caught, and then they were like, we're so far ahead, we're just going to fight anyway, and they did it twice, and they lost.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Well, they did press their buttons. The problem was that they pressed their buttons too much. That was too much button. They should have not pressed their buttons. They should have just held back. The Cassante looking extremely uninspiring, but I do have to say the current state of top lane is kind of weird that if you pick Gnar, you might get Aureliad, and if you get Aureliad with a Sejuani, like, you don't get to play the game at all. There's a bunch of other lists. There's not that much. Jax is basically now permanently on the ban list, as is Renekton. Like, what do you blind pick? Jace, also banned. There's not a lot of great options. Maybe we could just, everything goes back to Sion and Ornn. And Cho'Gath, who, by the way, got buffed this patch.
Yeah, I don't think he needed a buff, but he got one. And do you think LCK teams are consistently drafting the strongest champs, example, this draft? Or is there some resilience to picking up new champs? Yes, there's absolutely resilience to picking up new champs.
We saw that Gragas mid gets picked up and just looks good for many teams. And I guarantee you there are a lot more champions like that are just good and are just not getting the attention as very happy to see Clear picking up the POG.
That CC score, it's not in the thousands though, so it's a little bit low.
Yeah, well, it's
okay.
He is Gnar, so he can only...
No?
Well, I know he can slow people with his boomerang.
We've seen a lot of very high CC scores, so... Okay,
well, then do you think he didn't deserve it, fellas?
Well, he should have had higher CC score.
Okay.
I don't even know how he got 338 CS on Gnar, but I guess he did spend a lot of time in a side lane against a Cassante. So that is one thing.
Great build as well. Went for the DRX and the Wit's End to make sure he didn't get 1v1 by Akali, wouldn't get blown up. And Akali really was the only threat on the enemy team, so good itemization from the Nar, a champion where fundamentals make the biggest difference. How well do you manage your waves? How well do you manage your mini Nar? How well do you manage the team fights? And all of those were done very well by this player who has been a challenger for quite a while. I would love to see him get a shot at some point on any LCK team. That would be lovely. Make me very happy. Not happening, of course.
I'd be okay with it. I'd like it.
Be fun.
Maybe someday.
It'd
Just
be
give him a
good.
chance. Just throw him in, see what happens. Guys, we are done with game number 2. We are on course for 9 games. We'll see if it happens. But first, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Challenger League. We are back here for game number 3. DRX was able to tie it up in game 2 against Liv Sandbox, which has led to a relatively close series between these two. Liv Sandbox were looking good until they weren't. And DRX, a little bit of a change up here, Chronicler.
Just a little bit. We are going from tabbing, which I don't know what that is exactly, but maybe it's a thing. New tab.
Yeah.
To being lit up by the stars. And who doesn't love that?
Starlight. What is the dude from...
The Muse song?
No.
Starlight.
No.
Muse song as well.
Yes. From Spirit Island.
Oh.
What's the dude?
I don't know.
Spirit, what's his name? Starlight.
Yeah, the one you play all the time.
Crosses the Void or something.
It's not that, but it's something like that. Yeah, that's one of Veldos's favorite characters, actually.
It's very difficult.
It is, yeah. I haven't really tried it yet. I'm more of a time kind of guy. What is it?
Are there no mic holders?
Shattered Days?
Are you guys holding the mic the entire cast?
Yes.
We are the mic holders.
It's actually us.
Yeah. So we have mic holders. It's us. Starlight seeks its form. There you go.
There you go.
The Enunciator knew it the entire time.
Oh, that makes sense as well, because he's like always transforming and stuff.
I feel like I'm seeking my form right now. I'm still like you know, I haven't really restarted the computer from yesterday, and I'm kind of seeking my Monday form.
Yeah, well,
As it
hey,
goes.
you get 7 more games to do it, so
Yeah, we got a lot of time.
yeah, plenty of time.
I'm not really worried about it.
Going.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, who do you think's going to take this game 3?
What? I think game 3 is going to be taken by DRX
from game 2. So
yeah,
you know,
I'm gonna say DRX.
I'm gonna say Live Sandbox.
Sure.
They get Blue Side. Starlight's coming in.
Is a little
Starlit
bit
is coming in, and I think that in Challengers especially, like, this isn't Starlight's first time, but he's only played 2 games so far, and I think generally the new players to Challenger League get pretty nervous. And Satab, it's not his best day, but I think he kind of shorted up in game 2. I think he would have been ready for game 3. The guy's been around for quite a while. And I'm not saying it's a mistake, but I think that this could be more risky for the side of DRX. Like, maybe Starlit plays really well and perhaps even better, but I'd say a relatively low chance IMO.
I think it's always a big risk. Satab has been around for quite a while, and even with his play, the series being a little bit up and down, do note of the Rise flash that he made in game number 1. That was not ideal. We will see whether it pays off. Sandbox, if they can just hone in and temper their aggression, I do think they're a team that is very likely to get things done. We will end up seeing whether they will be able to in this 3rd and final game. This best of 3 between the 2 teams. Everyone's snacking, maybe some chewing gum, you know, to keep up the focus.
I don't think it was chewing gum, based on what I just saw there, but it's okay.
I mean, I was more saying in general. Yeah. Actually, we saw someone take out chewing gum earlier today.
Little piece of chocolate.
I like chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate's cool. Generally, chocolate, if it's real, can have mood-boosting qualities.
If it's real.
Very nice. If it's real. If
not
it's
a given.
just sugar, probably not going to have mood-enhancing qualities.
It'll amp you up for like half an hour.
Yeah.
A lot.
American quote-unquote chocolate. Yeah. Hard to call it really chocolate.
Yeah,
but it tastes relatively good, depending on what it is.
Yeah, I'm not that big on American chocolate.
Generally, the stuff that tastes good in it is not the chocolate, though.
Yeah.
It's like the sugar and the caramel
I brought
the nuts.
And the other casters some high-quality Dutch chocolate. That went over very well.
That went over very well.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I wasn't able to get any last time around.
I miss it.
I do miss it as well. Okay, this music, we're really going... We're going hard. We're getting ready. All right, good drop.
Wow. Yeah. The nice little trap beat in the back.
Yeah.
It's going really ham.
So get ready for Champ Select. Why are people watching a rerun? I don't know. No idea.
Why are we even here?
We don't know either.
How can the casters be real if our eyes are not real?
Wow. AIs in sync? Yeah, we are AIs. Like, how is this surprising to you guys?
We've even revealed ourselves to you.
We keep telling you, like, listen to us.
Real eyes, real eyes, real lies.
That's so deep. Wow. Casters are, yeah, we are a figment of your collective imagination. Don't know if any of you guys have played Persona, but it's the same as in Persona 5, you have Mementos, which is like a reflection of the subconscious. That's us.
Yeah. Highly agree.
That's who we are. Have you seen the new Spirit Island expansion? Of course we have. Of course we have.
Isn't that just Feather and Flame?
No, it's Nature's Incarnate.
Oh, right. But that's not out until later this year, right? Or like next year?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
Next year?
Yeah, and also we still need to play with Feather and Flame, and also we still need to play the new Dune expansion. Well, not you, but the rest of us.
Hey, Kronny, let's play tomorrow.
No. No.
What do you mean? We have time tomorrow. We're not casting.
Yeah, we have one day off.
Yeah.
And
what are you going to do on your day off?
Maybe cook a meal and go for...
Maybe cook?
Maybe go and spend some time with my fiance. That's it.
Why would you do that, though?
Because I don't get a lot of time during the week.
I'm going to get a golf lesson
That
and
sounds fun.
I'm gonna get a haircut, and I'll probably work out as well while I'm there. Not at the hair salon, but at the golf place.
Workout at the hair salon? That seems like a high-risk endeavor.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I'll do. Do any of you have children? Yes, I have Chronicler.
I am very childish as an
He is
individual.
my child. I had a dream there wasn't Nami Lucy and Zeri Lulu in this game. I don't think that was a real dream.
They have us. Yeah, we have chat. Actually, that's much more accurate. Veldes early frontrunner for the Stanley Cup this year. Hit us, Veldes. Hit us with the hard hockey, the hard-hitting hockey knowledge.
Early frontrunner. I know it's not the Avalanche anymore.
Hey, Caster, do you know the Seraphim? Yeah, I'm a big fan. My fiance got me hooked. Chronicler, can I be your other fiance?
So much of your voice is like Artosis.
No can do, sorry.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
I will try to be more unique.
Yeah, how dare
from
you?
now on.
How dare you just be like
You guys got really
Artosis?
nice voices. Thank you.
Do you beef with LSB? Honest, don't want to cause any drama.
This is the guy that wanted Monty.
What? Like, what?
Me and LS talk regularly. We are friends.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Also, because do you beef implies that you definitely do want drama. So, you know, if you want us to spark drama, then you can.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want drama, but also I want drama.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No.
Yeah, I obviously haven't worked with Velas. I met him a few times at the party. It was nice.
Only 3 reasonable answers are Tampa, Boston, New Jersey. Everything else is Cope. I mean, those are the 3 favorites at the moment.
I'll find my own chronicler. Aw, Phil Leaf, I appreciate that. We are all yes, all of you are appreciated in the on the stream.
I was told that Valdes threw LS off Hell in a Cell in 1995.
That happened, actually.
Yeah, I was 4 years old. I remember that happened. Yeah.
How was that?
That was fun.
Was LS alive back then?
Yeah, I saw Ulmark got the goalie goal. So you know that goalies can actually score if the enemy net is open. You know, you can take your goalie out of the game and get an extra skater.
Sure.
So it's 6v5, but it's a risk.
Because
you
don't
get
have the
extra
goalie.
offensive power, but you don't have a goalie. So the goalie from the other side shot the puck, and it went all the way into the net on the other side, and he scored a goal. It's very rare. It was pretty hype, though.
Oh, there we go. Extreme. Yeah. You are trying to unleash drama, and that's okay. I just appreciate if you're upfront about it. Personally.
I saw LS saying LCK casters are biased towards picking best players in LCK from the best teams.
Pina's so you're talking about like pro?
Extreme, like he came here to start drama.
Yeah.
That is his life.
And that's okay.
I don't think it's okay. He should find a different hobby.
Well, I mean, like, I think it's okay. I don't think it's okay, but you should be upfront about it if that's your goal. Can we have drama?
Yeah,
No
need to lie about it. You could just say, "I'm here to start drama, and I love when the casters banter and hate each other." Like, if that's what you're into, like, sure, just go ahead and come out and say it. Like,
I actually have to say that at times I think Veldes is unfair towards Jax, and he has fixed that. So now there's no more beef between us. There's no more drama.
I'm very biased towards the 2-game. Just wanted your opinion because he made a point.
Well, we'll let you off with a warning.
Okay.
No, he said he loved the casting. I appreciate it. That's no problem.
It's okay.
And he's picked, which is why and Lulu, which is why we were doing the voices. That's the only reason.
I'm ready to express my absolute disgust at
yeah.
your Atlas bias. That's very true. We're all very biased towards Atlas.
Yeah. If everyone is biased, is it still a bias? Isn't it just a fact? Hard to figure out.
Oh, Live Sandbox is comp though. The point and click. Get me on board.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
if they get ahead, this is going to win.
So we add Kaisa and Nautilus.
They would never pick Kaisa. They're gonna pick. Oh wait, no, they can't pick Lucian because it's gonna get banned.
Yeah. So you go Kaisa.
Oh my. Wait.
You go Kaisa Nautilus. It's free.
What if they don't ban it?
What if they don't ban it? Well, they might not.
Are they just gonna pick it?
Wait, pick it?
No, I'm saying if they don't ban it, do Live Sandbox just pick it?
I think they will. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't think the matchup is that good, but
what if
I think
Aphelios...
Lucian Nami really have kind of dropped in priority, in my opinion.
I'm not here to start drama. Just want to say good casting, Smiley. By the way, name 5 things you hate about each other. I love it. The meta comments are very good.
That's great. I love that. I don't mean to start drama. There's Lucian ban. Yeah, so it's Kai'Sa Nautilus.
Whoa.
You can go Samira.
No, Kai'Sa doesn't.
You can go Samira.
Kai'Sa doesn't exist.
Samira Leona.
In Korea, actually.
Samira Leona is also fine.
No, I think they're gonna play. It's probably gonna play. What's
you have dive.
Aphelios.
Just dive.
I think they're just gonna pick Aphelios because it's the only thing
Aphelios
that Diablo
now?
has practiced.
Sure.
In the recent months.
I mean, I don't think it's that good.
I don't think it's good either. I just think that that's what they're gonna pick.
We are thinking. We have 15 seconds on the clock. They can also still swap Annie, which we haven't really talked about yet, but this is of course also still. No, not.
Yeah, Xayah is also one of the things that they have practiced. It's also horrendously bad in this comp. So if they go Xayah Rakan, I mean that's all right.
This is better.
I mean, you pick the Xayah Rakan because the Xayah has synergy in the lane with the Rakan, and even though the Xayah doesn't have a lot of synergy with the comp, it's just Xayah Rakan.
Well, Xayah in lane is still pretty decent. You do outrange Zeri to a certain amount, but Xayah is not a champion pre-2 items when you get your Guild Force and your Quick Blades, which hopefully will be the order if it's a... So help me God, if it's a rapid fire cannon second, Valdez. Nonplussed.
Nonplussed.
Oh no, not Azir.
Yeah, I don't understand why you sub in Starlet and then you pick the super nerfed Azir.
Wait, this champion has been kind of gutted, guys. Orianna got another buff on this patch. I know Orianna's looked bad, but I swear the champion's good.
Hey, do you know what Setab's most played is? Azir.
Yeah, but no.
So like, yeah, okay. Well, so I think maybe they didn't read the patch notes.
Do you think that Sandbox win now?
Although they totally ignored Maokai, so obviously they know that there is some differences.
Yeah.
But they must say that, okay, Azir is still strong.
I think Maokai's demise is greatly exaggerated. I think the champion is still good.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're completely ignoring it. I think Sandbox is going to win this game. I do not like this new Azir, and I love their composition. It's very straightforward. Go and kill Zeri. The Rakan helps. Like, the Xayah is the only thing that doesn't really work with it, but it's not the end of the world. Xayah still at least will have value into the all-in from Plata and Clear, and the rest of the team should do a decent job at just killing Plata. So, yeah. Rakan's awesome. You know, Rakan's great in this comp. Rakan Vi, Rakan, and Renekton, I quite like.
I think Live Sandbox have a recipe that they have put together, and it has been baked into a very lovely cake. The question is, will the cake taste good? That's all I have to say.
Will it be a delicious cake? What's your favorite type of cake?
Either red velvet or just a basic pound cake, because that's what my grandma makes.
Lemon poppy seed for me.
That's cool. I like lemon cake too. Either way, guys, we are ready. Let's jump into game 3. You and I just don't have the synergy that you and Atlas have.
No.
We're just not the same. We'll just never be as good.
Well, we're really good at saying actual phrases, just not this. Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah,
So I know that with each other in Korea. Are you gonna come to the LCK? Bun.
Cheers.
All right. Well, there you go. Bring cake and make sure it doesn't have razors in it, like that one guy in chat said.
That's very
Monka
weird.
W.
Guy in chat. Don't joke about that. That's not cool. Double first strike setup here. Annie got nerfed this patch, and I do also think that the nerfs were pretty decent. Not enough to completely turn her into a weak champion. But Azir in particular was, to me, so reliant on having a really strong early laning phase, which is one of the big reasons why the champion was viable. And not having any priority and any power in the early game when you're playing it with a Zeri Lulu bot lane, to me, scares me a lot. Because if you can't contest any objectives early on, you might be in some trouble. Although Zyra Khan's laning phase is notoriously meh.
Meh.
So Vincenzo, maybe a early visit towards the bot side of the map could be something that they want to be looking towards.
So Chronicler, why don't you walk us through why Azir is bad now?
Well, I wouldn't say he's bad.
I know, just, you know.
But yeah, it's mostly
the
the fact that his mana got it like real hard, went from 480 to 380. And I know mana has been kind of a joke. We also did see that Starlight actually is really trying to counteract this. He went for both cookies, which will give the extra mana Doran's Ring, and then also is going for Mana Flow Band on his secondary. Same for Gucci as... not great looking there, the early trade, as we will have the junglers pathing towards opposite side of the map. So the added power that they did give him was a little bit more pressure in his ultimate, as in a little bit more damage available, which I do think is cool. The ultimate is, to me, a fun part of Azir. Main issue that is interesting to me is how they're going to actually utilize the W attack speed. I know that's something that a lot of people are kind of up in arms about, and I read the changes to Azir that they have for the next patch, and I really need to actually see how it works out and see how pro play we're going to see the champion develop, if they actually do end up going in that direction. Because I do think that the form of Azir that we have seen pro play for like the last year and a half is just not, it's not great.
His ult now does the boom boom damage.
Yeah.
Is that a significant thing to worry about if you're Live Sandbox?
I don't think the extra damage matters that much, no. As mentioned, it's also why, like the reason why I think that the Azir has been as strong as he is because he's uncounterable and he has great prio.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Look at his mana. It's down.
Ooh, I don't know if... Yeah, based on the pings, they did spot Vincenzo there. We also had Plan B roaming up.
I felt a little bit bad for Extreme. We kind of ignored his follow-up question because we were taking punches at him. Did you see any of G2's cool drafts in the finals, Chronicler?
No, I didn't watch anything.
Yeah, unfortunately for us, it was like too late, and we had to sleep, you know, right after Pog State and coming over to us. I heard they did draft some cool stuff. But yeah, it just feels like G2 are about a bazillion miles ahead of everybody else in the LEC, so they'll probably just play whatever they want and be totally fine with it.
Yeah, I do really rate Hansama, and I'm glad Mickey X is back in that team. Obviously, Caps goes without saying, is a player that has had huge success. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Broken Blade last international tournaments, and having Broken Blade still there and having a unproven jungler as well, which I think is jungle in general is one of the weaker roles that the LEC has, is something that I'd be pretty worried about going into international, which is still a fair amount away, right? We're still like a good, what, 2 months away from MSI? A little bit more. It's like March, April, and then as May rolls around, we will have MSI.
That's generally when it comes around.
Yeah.
Azir only has worse mana pre-level 7 than
mana growth has been getting some love, as Valdez is pointing to me on the sheet.
We have the paper right in front of us.
We really do.
It's all in Korean, but the numbers are not in Korean. So
no, numbers are pretty universally just numbers.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. So it's nice. Again, it's just more so about his early laning phase and how it affects that, and how he can't just be picked in every single lane.
Yeah, and I don't think it necessarily matters that much in challengers as well, because challengers isn't really about... I think for the LCK, the changes really do matter though, because LCK is much better at punishing like minute game state details, which in challengers, like, does it matter? If you get an early double on a Zeri, like, is it going to win you the game? Maybe. Maybe not. G2 jungler is a rookie, but he's the one. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the games, so like I don't feel really qualified to make any judgment. But generally, that has been my experience when it comes to internationals. That even if the and this was like mostly the case this year, like even if the LEC generally, because LCS is a little bit further behind, has a good read on the meta, then LCK teams will then do the same thing pretty rapidly afterwards, but better. And that's something that I don't know you can really fix in a short amount of time.
Commentator sounds tired.
I mean, that's accurate. I mean, they're right.
You're right. You got us. Oh no.
I think I sound more tired than you. I think you sound pretty
you were
up
kind
and...
you were kind of on like a bit of a LEC talk, you know.
True.
And there's nothing really happening in the game, so we're kind of just hanging out, you know. Challengers very much more relaxed than LCK cast. So.
Yeah, I'd say the schedule has more to do with it than my age, but
what sounds does the Plink emote make?
blink.
Is that the
I
sound?
think it's that, yeah.
Is it Plink?
Blink.
Okay. Yeah, I wish we could have Plink in the chat, guys, but we don't have the
really
power.
want emotes, but we don't have any power. But we're trying. Believe us.
Yeah. We'll try to, you know, I'll have my people talk to their people, and their people talk to his people, and his people talk to their people again, and we'll see what we can get done.
Sounds good. I think Juan is going to take over Croco's spot. He might be. I'm a president of the Croco fan club. Not that I think he's been playing well, but I think that Croco is a type of jungler that works in a specific team very well, and I don't think DRX is that team at all. So if Juan is better, then I think that's a great call. Croco, when he has a team that works with him, like we saw with Sandbox, I think is great. When his team is not on the same page, he just kind of runs it down and dies a lot, and it's not a good look, and I personally want the team to do well.
In final Drake.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I
Your
cast
accent,
it,
yeah,
I
it was
cast it
nice.
with Atlas a lot.
Yeah.
It's rubbed off on me.
In final. Can we truck LCK? Sure, if you want.
Yeah, but
You wanna waste your
I was
money?
actually thinking about this. Maybe we can do a positive truck where it's just like, all teams are doing great. I
That would
love
be
the
awesome.
LCK production.
Yeah.
Every team is really working hard and we're proud of them. That would be cool.
Really love how
But-
everybody just hired the perfect people for every single role, and everybody's doing their best.
And everyone's trying really hard. And if it doesn't work out, maybe
Keep
it
up,
will.
Players and casters, yeah, exactly. Vincenzo, a little bit of trouble here. Might get sponged a little bit, as there is the flail, but not going to extend or overextend this sponge because he's really smart. I mean, there was nobody actually there, but there was a blast plant. And if there wasn't a blast plant, he probably would have gotten a kill, but, you know, because we decided to add plants into this game and reduce the amount of action that we have in the game,
Fellas hates blast cones.
unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be, guys. Sorry about that.
The truck says we're proud of the teams, but please enable Plink in LCK chat, LCK CL chat playing.
Plink.
Nice.
Yeah. Has to have like a real Plink. Okay, engage here from Plan B, not going to hit, even though he flashed for that. Kind of unfortunate. As they got the Rift Herald and they got out. This is not the first time the DRX have done that. For some reason, Liv Sandbox not able to lock them down on that objective so far today.
Not looking too hard. Using flashes when you are Rakan and not getting anything out of it is very, very, very punishing. Champion has incredible engage potential, but not being able to cross large distances in a short amount of time definitely will hurt.
So, Chronicler, why are the NFL Finals, which they might have a special name, but I'm not sure, why do the NFL Finals not go best of 7, do you think?
Because you need to repair the ice between every game, because there's a lot of chippies that happen, and they don't have the ice machines for that. They don't have enough Zambonis.
Okay. Where do I start?
I've literally never watched an entire game of hockey in my life.
It's not hockey. NFL's football.
Oh.
American football, yeah.
Ah, I thought you were. It's you, so I thought you were talking about NHL.
No, it was somebody in chat.
NFL, I don't know. Because they don't have the time?
Okay. Yeah, I
You
mean,
keep,
sure.
you keep the ice bad, it gets more challenging. How the week.
Hockeyists. That's great. I like that. Dia is getting pretty zoned, by the way. This is somewhat of a deal, although he has made it back and he caught it half the way. Piero in a little bit of trouble, baited them with the Giga Chad Wild Growth, and that is going to be the end of the Vi. First blood given over to Pleta on a Zeri. It's going to be in a nice spot now.
Things are looking up for the Zeri as they get a free kill early on. Very, very nice, Valdez.
They don't have enough Zambonis to repair the ice. I don't even know. Oh, man. Yeah, it would probably mean everybody ends their career at 25. It's a very big game. You need a lot of resting time. There's only one game for that reason.
Yeah, I can't agree ever with this play, Sandbox. Like, this is, again, another example of maybe don't. Maybe don't. Like, your mid laner is already behind the roam. This is a Lulu with Summoners and Wild Growth, and you don't know where Sejuani is. So,
Also, in the NHL, it is best of 7. Just saying.
Okay.
For basically all of the playoffs, I think maybe like the first match is BO5, but I think also that's BO7.
I have, and this is not like a grand statement, just to kind of highlight how hard it is to watch it as a European. I have never watched a single game of American sports, so I'd say basketball.
Anything?
No, baseball, football, or ice hockey ever.
Wow.
I mean, like, you just like how I would need to pay to watch it. I mean, why?
I mean,
why is it sad? I've watched a ton of other great sports.
But that's another story.
I've watched LCS. Yeah, I have watched a lot of LCS, which we open to watching. And I just don't know why
it's free and it's on Twitch TV.
I mean, I guess I just
What
LCS
if,
used to be
what
good.
if baseball or hockey or any American sport was on Twitch?
Maybe
they actually had the NFL on Twitch.
So if
there
any
for a
of
while.
them, the only one I would watch is probably the NHL. Like, I wouldn't ever watch American football or baseball. Those sports just, I don't.
Atlas saw one game of college football in LA. That is all he has ever seen.
What does Chronograph follow? What's the AFL? Is that the soccer league? No, because then it'd be.
Is that arena football?
I have no idea. Hockey's not an American sport. Well, yeah, okay, it's Canadian,
it's
right?
Australian football. Okay.
Australian football. Okay, so actual football, not. Yeah, I don't know.
No, Australian football is also different.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, Australia.
I think this might be too much for one
Am I getting
game.
pranked? Like, I can't handle this,
it's real.
guys.
It's real. Atlas is in the
It's
chat.
like rugby, but
confirm.
different?
It's
Like,
like
what do
rugby,
you
but
mean?
different. Yeah.
Why would you already have rugby? Why would you need
It's
another?
just a different rugby.
Well, but it's not American
Gaelic
football
football
either.
is also different. AFL, also known as footy.
No,
Australian
footies.
football is nothing like rugby. Okay, well, today I learned. We do have a gank. We actually have some action, as this is what this comp does. You press your buttons, you press your R buttons, and you kill enemy champions. Wow, that really did a lot of boom boom damage with the Azir ult. Unfortunately, he was alone against 3 people, so he's dead. As now Diablo is alone, but he has feathers on the ground, so he just pulls them back and they can't dive him. That's the end of that push. And we haven't had a lot of action in this game, guys, so we resorted to talking about AFL. And
Diablo?
we will probably talk more about it as the game comes along.
Diablo's gone Kraken Slayer.
That's pretty cracked.
That's really, really weird. In case you're wondering, it's a zero combo. I don't know what to tell you. There's not a lot of counterplay here. Using stopwatch and flash is not. It's not good.
Yeah, he's nervous. You know, he's trying to get a good impression for his second time out here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to dunk on Starlight.
Trying to, just trying to reason with him and say like, oh, maybe that's why he did this.
Could be
even
the
though
case.
it wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the greatest play. This is one of my problems with League of Legends nowadays. I don't want to go on a whole rant. I actually talked about this in the most recent Pox State, which should come out in
like a day or
on
two?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
So you guys can see what I had to say there. But yeah, there's a lot of just 100 to 0ing going on. It's a little bit of an issue.
I don't love the meta at the moment, but it also might be having something to do with overconsumption. And watch hurling. Okay, that's not a real.
Not a thing.
That's not a real sport. That's like a curling joke, right?
Yeah.
What's the like the middle American sport where they throw like the really hard ball with like the is it highline? Highline? Yeah, that's a sport, right? So we have a
I'm
fight.
not sure. We do have a fight. This is a 5v5 too. Look at this flank. Here comes Goody. He's looking, but the polymorph comes on in. He gets the stun onto Starlet, who again just doesn't get to play the game. Doesn't have flash, doesn't have stopwatch anymore, but he will survive. As Clear gets to the backline, Diablo is dead, and now there's a lot of damage taken away. As a lot of it from the side of Live Sandbox is very bursty. They did their burst, but DRX survived. As, okay, trying to help out here, I suppose. Vincenzo just trying to run away as they were considering turning onto Starlet. But guess what?
We're still going.
Spongius is here. As, can they stop the backs? No.
Well, one.
I guess they're just going to let him go back.
My plan B. Well, he had empowered recall, right?
Plan B is dead. Good tanking. And that's actually a big team fight win here for DRX.
Leaving him
Nicely
alone.
done.
And DRX getting a big win, and it's highlight. I'm not talking about lacrosse, guys. I know lacrosse is a sport. And the initial objective goes over to Live Sandbox, but then with two people going over the wall, this leads up to an extremely split fight. The ultimate from the Azir is actually huge here because it zones away the entire backline. And if you don't get a one rotation and you don't kill at least someone, you're in deep trouble. And they don't kill anyone, and both the damage dealers are still alive. So the elongated fight goes towards DRX. They are down 2 Drakes. If you get if you get mountains into Sandbox's comp, they are not in a good space, because then the only damage they have is Diablo. Because like Annie's rotation into a like a 4 mountain Drake. I mean, we probably won't get there.
I mean, even 1 or 2, right? You've got Sejuani and Cassante. You've got a lot of survivability with the Lulu. I feel like DRX are in a really nice spot. Only thing is that Live Sandbox, maybe they're able to somehow, like, it's challengers, right? So
they still have really good single target lockdown.
They blow somebody up, they take 1 Drake, and then we get to Soul Point, and like, I don't know, Starlet goes in and something happens, and then all of a sudden you have Mountain Soul for Live Sandbox, and then they're ahead. So who knows? I mean, we'll have to wait and see how these fights are fought.
It's very...
What?
as the games go on, Valdez becomes more and more New York. I don't know why.
The brain just stops working after
and you revert back to...
Flat. They're going to have to fight over these objectives. I don't even know what that was.
Plan B spotted. They found the bird.
That's one of the birds. Yeah. Okay.
Dead bird.
Yeah, he's a dead bird. Okay. Clear as Cassante. Okay. Charlotte's going to get it. Now, who's going to get the Drake? Nobody knows. This teleport, very interesting. They're really trying to flank them here and not let them survive. Dahyuk in the Dominus does get a Gore Drinker proc, which is very large. As the fight is totally broken up here, Clear is going to get burst down, but the massive ult comes in from Starlet as the flank is real, and they will take it down. And now DRX, they win the fight. They can take the Drake. Everything's going well for DRX.
Sandbox, if you're flanking, Rakan dies, just let the objective go.
No.
Just let it go, Valdez. Valdez, let it go. Valdez?
No.
Valdez? Come on!
Sorry, I'm just speaking for Live Sandbox here, because they've already showed us
that
they won't let it go.
But they have to. They should take the advice of well-known Disney princess Elsa and just go do something else with your life. Like, I don't mind the attempt at setting up a flank here. It's a little bit disjointed with the rest of the team, and he does end up getting spotted. And then I think if you walk upwards here, you have a better chance of survival. He also doesn't have flash, so things are not looking great regardless. But when you're spotted, you're kind of pretty certain you're dead. But then if that happens, then you can't.
You run.
You run.
You run.
And yeah, they spot the teleport, but like we're still not fully running either.
Yeah. They just...
And I mean, at this point they can't because like Starlet's there, right? So they like try to kite back and they die. So there isn't really any other solution at that point once the teleport comes through. Teleport looked kind of sussy initially, but actually really good call from Starlet. Azir nerfs, as mentioned, are mostly lane focused, which I expect will be a thing in the LCK at least. But maybe they are not, and maybe Azir is just fine. And it won't matter at all, and he will just keep getting picked until he gets quote-unquote reworked in the next patch. And I have to watch another patch of Lulu, Zeri, Nami, Lucian, Azir, Victor, Vi, Sejuani, and
don't forget about Gnar.
Don't forget about Gnar and Acton. As well-known Disney Princess Mulan always says, just get out and push lanes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Try and cross-map that Mulan special. What's your ideal mid-lane matchup in terms of fun? I like Akali versus Sylas a lot.
Americans thinking their football parties in a parking lot are special. I've never been to a Barca game. Yeah, I don't know. Americans are weird with their tailgates. I mean, it's fun. Like,
really
it's cool. It's fine. It's just could have been planned a little bit better, you know. And also, they don't put on sunscreen.
Why?
I don't know. They're allergic to it.
That's not healthy.
Put on sunscreen.
It's really bad for your skin.
Yeah. Put on sunscreen, guys. I mean, some people do. I don't want to speak for everybody, but you know.
Generally.
It's fun until people start passing out from heat exhaustion. Yeah, that's
also a thing.
True.
Don't they drink water? And like
Chronicler?
Get out of the shade?
Americans don't drink water. What are you, crazy?
What do you mean?
What? No? We only drink beer.
What?
And Coca-Cola.
You need water.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not. You think you drink water at a tailgate?
Yeah. I mean, even Dutch students drink water.
Water at a tailgate.
What?
Drinking water isn't straight American male. Oh, oh no. They do drink water. It's called Bud Light. Yeah, there you go. That's the comment that we needed.
Water? You mean the base Coca-Cola ingredient? What do you guys mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
beer is 95% water. You know, in the past, Chronicler, that before
so many things into perspective.
Before we had water filtration techniques, you would just drink beer. That was a European thing.
It
okay,
was,
you guys should know about that,
yeah,
right?
But that was very different and
no,
like
it's
very
not.
light on the. Yes,
current,
it was.
You know, I don't want to comment too much on the current state of things in America.
It was not. It was not.
There's a reason we're drinking the beer and not the water.
Okay, well, I feel like this discussion is just going to make me sad, so I kind of want to let it go.
That's okay.
Is this a rebroadcast? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 2025.
Chronicler had never been to a tailgate. No, I haven't. I would love to. It seems like it'd be a great cultural experience.
You've been to a festival.
Yeah.
One day, Chronicler, we will
definitely better.
We will go on a road trip in America, and we'll go to a tailgate.
Yes,
okay?
I would love that.
Go to a college football game, or maybe even a high school football game with 50,000.
Isn't that weird?
You want to go to a high school football game with 50,000 viewers?
That's not real.
That's real. That is real. Yes, it is. We'll take you to an Alabama tailgate. It'll happen.
I'm very confused.
No. Or we can just go to Texas. I mean, that's fine.
I would love to visit Texas. Seems like it'd be a very interesting place.
Take them to NASCAR? Yeah, we can take them to NASCAR.
I know, I've heard the stories. I don't want to go to NASCAR. I don't think I'd be very... I don't think that's a me thing.
Yeah. I drink my beer in the shower with my socks on like a real American. Yeah, wasn't there a guy on Reddit that had like unpopular opinion? I like showering with socks on or something.
I don't know.
It was a weird one.
About that.
Yeah, where's Lunel? Well, she was probably doing
she's sleeping.
Lock-in yesterday. Yeah. Okay, we have a Baron. We actually do have some action. There is League of Legends. We're turning this one around. The Vi in a really rough spot. Vincenzo trying his absolute best to get in there, but the consistent damage is Diablo, and it's all going into the Cassante. As you know what, did actually a nice amount of damage to the Cassante. In goes Vincenzo as he zones everybody out, and the front line of DRX is just gone.
I can't believe they were actually able to chew through that front line.
Chronicler.
Sandbox. Some of the damage from DRX that we were expending not quite coming through.
And you know what? Just click your buttons and you can kill anything.
I guess. I'm still very confused.
And look at the build from Diablo. He actually does damage.
No, he's actually, yeah, that's actually a sick build.
That, like, imagine if he went for something else like RFC. He would not have killed the Cassante. 100%. 100%.
Syra Khan. Plan B with a little bit of redemption. As this looks like a fine Baron. And then they throw everything into Vincenzo, and he doesn't die. And then look at the amount of damage that Diablo's able to do here.
Yeah. And then
they get both of them. And even though Vincenzo isn't actually able to take that, that Q as well. Gets out with his life?
Yeah, Vincenzo gets in, he takes the Zeri out of the fight, and then he just gets out. So it's like,
wow.
Vi is so good into Zeri.
It didn't matter though. We're trying
What
again.
do you mean? Oh yeah, that's fine. You know what happens is that Liv Sandbox actually is fighting 5v5 for the first time this series. As here we go, they're gonna get in onto Piero, and he's just dead, but Pleta is in the back.
Wait.
We got a couple of 80 carries with some builds.
They need to kill it.
Ooh, they're gonna get it. Oh, there's the smite. Okay, DRX now, they just want to run away. As in he goes once again, but look at Pleta. Not gonna be able to stand up to Diablo in this case just because they're down a member. As Pleta, he's done the most damage in this one. But yeah, the Baron going the way of DRX. You can see they're still trying to get on in here. Plan B has a knock-up and a dream, but he's the one who gets knocked up. And he is now dreaming as he is gone. Baron taken by DRX.
Clearsante, really well done. Great front line in
Wait,
this fight.
we're still fighting.
Why? Just let it go.
No, we fight. Stare. Smork.
Oh, you would want that. You would have Nash on your split pusher.
All right, take us through this one.
So they throw everything, and I'm talking two flashes and a Rakan W into killing Lulu, which is nice, if not for the fact that Baron is dead. So they were a little bit too late. DRX realized this relatively late, but they're fine. And then here things are fine. Right?
You've said fine like 5 times.
Here,
it's not fine.
It's not fine. Like, and then
this
is insanely well done, right? Like hits the knockup, cancels,
Clear
and then
so good.
yeah, okay, well that's what I thought as well, though. That's just like, oh my god, look at Clear, he's so good, man, what a player. And then this happens. He still has his ultimate. Why would you do that, Clear? You were the chosen one. You could split push. It's the first series of the day.
The first series, we're in game 3. It's like going to 40 minutes, 100%. Like, oh man. Xayah just completed LDR. She's going to truck this Cassandra. You're right, Denunciator. Well, what could go wrong if we just press all our buttons under the turret? Well, you're kind of funneled up against the turret. They did take out Starlit, but now the Renekton is out of this one as Pleta. He's got a frontline and a dream. He is the frontline, but guess what? Rakan is in this one. Can they 100-0 them? No, they can't. A lot of feathers on the ground, but not quite enough to get on top of Pleta and actually deal the damage. The flash from Pleta to get out of the Featherstorm was basically what wins them the fight. He is 4-0. He is the damage right now. It's clear. We fight Smork. We fight Stare.
They almost has flash.
We fight.
They're going in.
We fight. He's got to get Diablo here.
Flash.
Are you going to flash? Okay, there it is. Flash is on in. Easy as that. And he is so tanky, he's going to take out Plan B too. It's a couple of kills and they have a wave.
There's 40 seconds on Diablo. We have TP. They have Nash.
No.
Maybe group.
No, we fight.
Group together. Strong. Challenger.
Why would you want to get an inhibitor at this point? That would just give them extra farm, right?
Oh, we gotta get the Drake, man. We gotta get the Drake. So this is actually cute. I kind of like this timing because it's just before the stopwatch is on. But the position of it is not great. The immediate teleport from Clear means that now they're funneling through the jungle. And this is a fight that, as you're saying, if they time this a little bit better...
What's this flash?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
it's just a dash. But it doesn't matter though, because you're right. If he doesn't dash those feathers and he gets knocked up and Diablo kills him, they lose the game probably. Because then they have perfect setup, right? They win the fight and they can take control of the dragon. They can get the Mountain Soul, and with Mountain Soul, DRX still have, by the way, great animation. Why is the animation here better than in
I know, like, why is
LCK?
it perfect?
Like, what's happening? How are we, like, both teams are, like, Lord Dominic's and Void Staffing into mountains?
It's amazing. Maybe it's because they're Zoomers and they understand the new cutting-edge tech. And all the boomers in LCK just don't get it. Did I figure it out?
Maybe that's the case.
Did I?
Maybe that's it.
Did I just figure it out?
Sure. Maybe that's
I
what we were looking
I
for
think
all
I
along.
understand.
But
They're just trying to like play
Zoomers
to their
Zoomers don't
old
read.
plays, their old ways, because you know they've been around in League of Legends forever.
Okay, just don't flip this, DRX. You cannot
mean?
give them soul.
What do you mean? This is challengers we flip it. Any flippers? Okay, well, this is Diehuck is just okay. He's just gonna tank it, and they just give the Baron away, or the Dragon rather. So Diehuck might go down for this in the trade. Yeah, he's even gonna use a stopwatch for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe trying to delay so his teammates get out. That would really be the only real reasons. But now he doesn't have a stopwatch, and that's Mountain Soul.
Why did we just give him Mountain Soul?
Free soul, easy.
It's so good.
No, easy. They saw Diehuck, and Diehuck knew. He is like born in challengers. He's like, I'm just gonna run at them.
Well,
And they can't resist me.
Well, they didn't flip, which, you know, good for them.
Look at this. He's just gonna run at them. He's like, yeah, look at me. I'm so juicy. Like I'm
yeah,
a cool croc,
crocodile.
right?
And then
Sponge is like, oh wait.
oh no, oh no, oh no! Diehuck actual MVP. He gets it.
Yeah.
It's like my
If they win
my
from
life
here.
doesn't matter. I am an honorable crocodile.
If they win from here, like maybe he does. He's 0-4. Like
I'm
who
voting
cares?
Diehuck. Are you kidding me? No, I'm
Just
voting.
vote for the top lane in every game.
No, I'm voting bald. Has this happened during the replay? I assume. Started just 100-0 by Annie. Maybe.
Ow.
Or is he just fine? No, he's not.
Oh!
Unless. And he dies. Yeah.
Giga Chad,
So
I
do
am a pair of
Sandbox win now?
shoes.
Well, we don't know because it's challengers, but they got a kill on Starlit that we just witnessed. So I don't know. I'm giving up. I'm giving up.
Baron.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen in this game. They know what plan B is. Why would you flip this?
Do Baron.
He is TP.
Do Baron. Okay. Here we go. Diehuck gonna run at them again. We must fight. They get on top of Pleta, but he's got a stopwatch. The Featherstorm is there, and the knockup is there from Orkan, but they cannot kill this area, and the Azir ult is actually 10 out of 10. Keeps him alive. Down goes the Xayah. And Starlit, I'm never gonna question subbing this guy in ever again. His Azir ultimates are just insane. As now he's going in, he's gonna take out plan B. He's leaving his team behind. The LSB what? You're leaving your team behind, buddy. Goody gets in there with Diehuck. They find the angle.
Starlight, they needed you.
No, he saw the Rakan, the juicy
Why
Rakan.
weren't you there?
No, the juicy Rakan. You don't get it, Chronicler. Down goes Starlit. And that's a lot of damage now for the side of the Annie, who is still alive. Okay.
There's too much roller coastering happening. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. I don't get it. So this fight is, provided you can win it before Zero arrives, is actually I think not a bad angle. So many cooldowns already get used. That almost goes down, but then they're just like half a second too late. Right? Starlit literally wins them the fighter, and I mean we need a little bit of time to understand like what the hell happens from here. Because there's no jungler.
Speak up, Mal. They can't hear you.
No,
it's the replay. It's the replay.
Well, you don't have a zero. So Gucci and Diehuck are like, we can just walk up. Like, what are you talking about? Your health bars are low. And now they got Nash!
They come back and they just take the Baron.
They're going to win.
Live Sandbox could not be...
Sandbox is going to win the game.
Yeah, I mean... Well, okay, let's hold the phone.
No,
there's still an Elder in 2.5 minutes. You think Live Sandbox are going to push and macro and win in 2.5 minutes?
No.
What are you, nuts? Oh, man. Okay, well, let's see if they can do it. You know, there's always a chance. There's always a chance. Starlet has a Banshees now. He went for the Banshees 4th instead of a Death Cap, so he's actually not going to be doing as much damage as he possibly could. Chronicler is in deep thought about his life right now.
I'm contemplating what is about to happen in the upcoming fight. And I am going to say that DRX are going to win this game. Because I think that GA on Pleta is really big and really important, and that's going to allow them to win the fight for Elder. and then they'll win the game. If they fight for Elder, if they walk near Elder and ignore the dragon completely, then probably not.
Clear is split pushing. This is weird. I wonder why he's doing this.
ESTP, it's fine.
Yeah, but like this is challengers.
Yeah. But he's clear. Like he knows.
I guess he is the one with the power. Like he's the chosen one.
Forced it back from Guti.
At least amongst these 10, right? Like, look at how low this turret is. That could be a future win condition.
Well, Ace Cassante is, you know, turret pushing is kind of whatever. As we do get the backs. How does DRX have tempo? Like what?
Because they split push for like 15 seconds, so...
Yeah, but right now they're going to have they don't have mid priority, obviously, because they're playing into Baron and Guti and Vincenzo. Whatever. Okay, so I guess they don't. I thought they were actually going to be able to make their way into the river first, which should not be a thing.
How do you feel about this Baron power play so far?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Baron power play is irrelevant. So all comes down to these upcoming fights, and we're going to look at can Pleda and Starlight stay alive versus the dive from Sandbox and the upfront burst versus do DRX actually contest the objective? Because last time they didn't.
Well, they were in the area.
They were there. They didn't attend.
They were there. Okay, we're going to engage. That is already Zonya's on Starlit. He is going to force to ult, but there it is! Annie just gets the damage in, as does the AD carry here, Desire. Just way too much is left. Featherstorm is the wrong way, Diablo! The wrong way is the feathers are not pulled in. They need to take out Pleta if they're still going to win this game.
Still has GA?
The Zeri is just going off, and the Zayas is not in the fight. This once again is just totally broken up, as Pleta just going to chase down a Croc. And also the bird, as the feathers are not good enough, and the Zeri is too big! The Zeri is too big! And now he's just going to push bot as Plan B, the only one alongside a Guti who might be able to back here. Can Clear stop it? No, he can't. The Tibbers comes down, and Clear might die for this, but...
That's work. No, wait. Why aren't you pushing?
Why aren't they pushing?
Why aren't they pushing?
And he's going to teleport anyway, even though they're not pushing.
Okay, they're not pushing because they're going to go to Elder. They're going to go to Elder.
Yeah, but...
Right?
But he teleported back to the base. He teleported back to the base instead of recalling.
No, I'm talking like...
All right, so this engage was nice.
So this is a great engage because Starlet immediately kind of panic Sonya's, and then the flank comes in. This is a very, very good situation for Sandbox to be in. Or so we think. And then he misses the Featherstorm, and that's one thing, but I think it's not even about missing Featherstorm, it's about using Featherstorm that early as a pure damage tool is a big mistake from Diablo because okay, so now they get an Elder. Yeah, that makes sense because Gucci obviously was TPing towards bottom with Pleda still on the map. They could get Prio because no one can walk up to Zeri. And now I do think that DRX again are going to win. And again, GA has been propped.
Surely.
So my conclusion was correct. My reasoning was not. But that's not on me. That's challengers.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's see how this one goes.
Let's see if we hit the 40 minutes, Valdez.
I think we'll hit 40 minutes, yeah, considering that it's 45 seconds away.
I don't think we will.
I mean, they need a wave, at least, right?
I didn't have Nash, you're right. Okay, I guess we don't.
Okay, wave comes in. They're into Zaya, remember. So, okay, they're just going to back.
It's okay. It's okay. Just don't...
Yeah, no need to force a fight while you have Elder for 2
just
minutes.
Take it easy. You can just get Baron. And then you can chain the map control you get from Baron into another Elder. And then you can chain that map control that you get from Elder into another Baron.
Oh, well, you know, instead of pushing, we just all hide on bush. How about that?
Yeah, but, like, why would they walk up? There's no objective. They don't have to face check brushes.
Okay, here they go. And you see the Sandbox will have to give this up. They can actually just take out all 3 inhibitors, right? Like, they don't need to push. This is actually really smart. This is really smart.
There's the low health turret.
Yep.
Now you've won the game.
Now you've won the game.
You can't
basically.
win.
And now you can just back, and this Elder works because, like, yeah, they didn't get any kills, but they actually pushed Live Sandbox off of their entire base. And they're not going to win the game right now, but you can just take the Baron.
Is it the best of League of Legends? Is it the worst of League of Legends? We don't know. There's no way to know.
All right, there you go. You get the objective. And you go back, you buy your final items, you push, and you win. I think we finally figured it out.
That should be the outcome, though.
I think we finally got some logic in this game.
We have learned in our wondrous ways, the challengers, that nothing is truly certain. Will 5 people just run headfirst into Xayah? Maybe. There's no Elder anymore. It's like 20 seconds.
That
but
might happen.
That's not going to be enough. There is still Annie and a Xayah. So I don't think Sandbox should ever be allowed to win this game. But they do still have Mountain Soul. Surely DRX win this.
Just go mid, push us 5.
Oh
and...
my god. Oh my god.
Oh no! Wait, they're gonna. Oh, what? He clicked on Sejuani.
Okay, well they win the game. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, game's over.
Yeah, Zeri just gonna push here. Goody's left out to dry. Tibbers is trying to get POG, but sorry, buddy, you're not gonna get it in this game.
Right.
Down he goes, and yep, we're just gonna click our buttons. Diablo's still alive though. Never underestimate the Xayah with 6 items. As you know, the feathers are out in a huge amount. It's gonna pull them back pretty early, trying to clear out this wave against the Baron. Still got 2 minutes on Baron. The engage not great once again, as yes, maybe Sponge dies, and maybe he doesn't, as the Feather Storm, very desperate. Nice try from Diablo, but that's going to do it. We finally get there, guys. 42 minutes into the game. DRX will take the 2-1 victory. Super clean. Nothing to see here. Very fun game. Starlet painfully takes off his headset. And wow, that was a series to remember.
I am voting for my POG.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not 100% sure that I'm making the right vote, but that's okay. We are all here together, chat. We went through that experience, that ordeal together, and now we are closer than we have ever been. Sandbox, a little sad. Understandably, this was a very important game for them. If they wanted to catch up, if they wanted to make a serious run at playoffs, getting a win here was kind of pivotal. They beat D+ again. This team has such high highs, but unfortunately for them, also very high lows, and this was one of the lows. And okay, so we look at this gold graph, and that might give you the idea that this was a one-sided game. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
It was not at all. Graph looks fairly steady.
Yeah, clean game.
Yeah,
good gold graph.
Gets it. Yeah.
Easy. What did we learn? We learned that Zeri in late game teamfights is still good. We learned that Azir probably is fine.
Yeah. I think that I came out of this series a different person. I don't feel like I learned too much, but I think I've changed somehow.
You're getting a little bit more challengers.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always wondering, because I did the coach. I also dropped a lot of coach streams towards the end of the split due to exhaustion, but I always felt like those coach streams left a lasting impact on me, and I think maybe now we get each other a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That makes sense. Do you think anyone votes for not Zeri?
No, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, I think in this game we just click on the
it.
boom boom and move on. My PC broken?
What?
Did
plug in the keyboard?
They left the call. No, are we muted?
Are we muted?
Oh, are we muted?
We got a loud Windows disconnect sound. Oh no. Oh.
Okay, we can hear you.
Oh, they told you.
Nice. Something disconnected and connected. Okay, well.
Yes, you're mute. Thank you, Chad.
I just have to plug in my USB to download some nefarious items onto your computer.
We had to download your replay to study that vault. That was very, very educational, Valdez.
Yeah.
We needed that. I am food. I can't hear Atlas. Oh.
I am food?
Yeah, Atlas actually...
I can't hear Atlas either. It's weird.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't connect today.
Should be able to hear him, but...
Soon, maybe?
Maybe they disconnected his headset.
Well, chat is muted. We know that. Where's Atlas? Who are these players?
Yeah.
Who are these players? Starlight, man. Not a great game, but not a bad game as... Oh, yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Plat up. Comes back from a day or two in the LCK. Didn't have the best look there, but was also subbed into a team with a heavily underperforming support and a horrible overall track record this split. So Not going to be too harsh on him, but did definitely not look amazing. Had a shaky Lucian game, but this Zeri game completely taken over control, playing the pick to the level of aggressiveness that we strive for whenever we see good Zeris. Who are these casters? We don't know. We are AIs.
Yeah.
And we don't have any
I don't have any individuality.
No.
I'm just another AI in the system.
Who are these casters? Where is Huni? Oh, where is Huni? Imagine if we had Huni here as well.
Huni? Who knows?
That would be wonderful.
You never know. Well, he got a 20 KDA, I guess.
He'll sound like almost 1300 DPM.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's okay. It's not quite Viper.
They did fight every 2 seconds.
Based on this series will end around midnight. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That's normal.
That's normal. Yeah, that'll be something, won't it, Valdez? Are you guys matching today? 9 games. Again, if
we're up to the best part of the stream.
If I am the only double 9 gamer, I will be. I don't know if that's a badge of honor or a badge of sadness.
Did you guys see Wolf's message, by the way?
Yeah. Where's my 9-game day? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You don't want a 9-game day.
What do you mean?
Can you look me in the eyes, fellas, and say from the bottom of your heart that you would rather have a 9-game day than a 7-game day?
I'd rather have a 9-game day than a 7-game day.
Can't even get through it.
No, yeah, I got it. It was good.
No, you were laughing. No one, but
I just found it funny at the same time.
Type 0 if you believe Valdez. Type 1 if you don't believe Valdez.
Love you guys from India.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate that.
Acronis 5702.
Okay, Atlas, I know you don't, but okay, I should stop trusting chat with this. Okay, there's my ones. Very good.
What ones? I don't see any ones.
There's a lot of ones.
No. I see 11. I see 1,111.
Look at YouTube chat. YouTube chat knows.
YouTube chat doesn't know anything.
Yes, they do. Stop slandering YouTube chat, Valdez. They're trying their best.
You just don't get it. Wolf and I understand that Twitch chat is just better in so many different aspects. It's okay. Wolf will set the record straight tomorrow as well.
A lot of zeros.
Look at Bong Smoke 93. He's getting in there.
I miss so much of the old format. The old format of challenges was full round robin, best of ones. That was
better.
That was something else. That was weird. They had 4 round robin MVPs. One of them was Photon, who was 6th or 5th in the LEC. Not his fault at all.
Good old Vitality year.
Yep, not his fault. He was amazing.
Surely
I didn't watch.
His fault.
Well, I didn't watch any of his games, but I assume that he was never to blame and never made any mistakes.
Absolutely not.
Because he's perfect.
Hey Valdez, did you have to study the names of every champ's abilities to be a caster? No, but I did play the game for a very long time, so I already knew them.
Slander YouTube chat a little bit. I'm using you guys to go to sleep. Oh, that's wholesome though. That's fine. You can do that.
So if we slander YouTube chat, does that help you go to sleep?
I guess. You're very relaxing. So. Lekker gecast. Ging aardig goed vandaag. Dankjewel. Appreciate that.
What?
Yeah, it's someone speaking Dutch in chat. I gotta thank them in the...
I don't...
Yeah.
Wow, you got deleted?
Why? Why did the comment get deleted? That's so mean. They were just speaking Dutch.
None of the Vietnamese comments get deleted, but only the Dutch comment gets deleted, get wrecked.
Language does
absolutely
sound a little bit
destroyed.
Aggressive. I think it makes sense. Wrecked. Casting spells on us. It's just a language,
I feel
guys.
like you were speaking Slytherin or something. Parcel tongue, that's it.
What? That's just my language. Merci for... Oh, that's a Flemish. That's a Flemish person. 100%. Belgian. No Dutch person says merci. But I actually casted a ton of Belgian League of Legends as well. That's some great players.
Hello from Minnesota. Says Fried Rice 1234. Hello from Minnesota.
Can you sing a lullaby for us in an A? The entire stream is the lullaby. That's just how
there's
Challenger
nothing
works.
special that we have to do. Like, it just happens, you know.
Oh, Armand, come on, man. Be better.
Why? What happened?
Don't read YouTube chat.
Yeah, it's just YouTube chat things.
It's classic YouTube chat. Please don't get too relaxing. It's 2 a.m. and I want to stay awake. Well, I have bad news for you.
We have Finmins?
Finmins?
3 Minnesotans.
Nice.
Please fix your posture. Okay.
Is this better? Maybe we can do like the aggressive lean forward.
Do I have to play the game to become a caster? No, you don't have to. I'm just saying what I did.
Although, I mean, kind of, generally. At least for a little
Guessing
bit.
Valdez's coffee didn't work. I had a full venti-sized coffee before this, by the way.
Didn't you see how active
We have like 6 Minnesotans
Greetings
here.
from Indonesia. Love that. What
Love
do you want
that.
to see play today? I wouldn't mind some Talia Jungle. That'd be nice. Talia Jungle is good. I would love any pick. A Carthus that isn't, well, we've already seen Zach. Fiddlesticks. What else? Evelyn. I don't think Evelyn's good, though. The previous ones, I think, are good in the right situation. I don't think Evelyn's very good.
I thought this is called LCK Global. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But no Dutch allowed.
No Dutch allowed.
We already have enough.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, I'm only in this chat because I refuse to verify. Hello from Korea as well. Ah, wait, that's just
Yundo.
also Yundo.
Yeah, that's Yundo. He got you.
He's in both chats.
He is.
I heard there was a lot of flanking. Oh, this is Valdez. This is your. This question is for you, Valdez.
Yeah, it's from last Monday. If you watch the DK games against Live Sandbox, you'll see Pulbe. He was flanking for about 20 minutes in that game on Akali. And some say that he's still flanking to this day. So make sure you check behind you and you don't get flanked by Pulbe. It's very scary.
Yeah,
While
particularly
Kevin Kim got owned and banned for 10 minutes.
He got banned?
Blacklisted spam. He probably
Ooh.
said sucks. That's probably what he said. That's my guess.
We need some. Oh, Licorice, I see you. That's good. That was close. Yeah, yeah. That's a classic. Will Pulbe replace Showmaker if he doesn't perform? I don't think Showmaker's getting replaced unless he calls for it himself, which could happen. Pulbe was 2022 my most hyped mid laner. Hasn't looked like he's been fine, but hasn't looked like mind-blowingly good at this split. So might not be in his best form at the moment, which is interesting. We're reading from Twitch or YouTube? Yes.
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 Do you think G2 can beat T1?
Here's my take. T1 will not make it to MSI.
5,007 bajillion years.
Oh, that's a scalding hot. That's a lava take.
I think he's just trolling.
No, I'm gonna always take everything on the internet in good faith. That's the right call. That's what you need to do, right? Apparently, you can eat too much spaghetti and wake up dying to the wait. How much spaghetti did you eat? I've eaten a lot of spaghetti in my life.
Spaghetti.
Okay, but he meant spaghetti clearly,
Did
and
he?
like, well, I'd reckon, yeah. Like, that's not a. Are you guys friends outside of work? No, we hate each other.
Yeah,
viscerally.
I hate his guts. Terrible.
We are forced to spend an eternity together as part of a curse.
Valdez tries to forget 2017.
put
Alexander tries
upon
to
all of
pretend that
us.
6 years ago is relevant to the teams today.
Yeah,
like
that's
they're
fun.
totally different.
Why is the guy eating the
fun.
microphone? I'm really hungry, mostly.
Why is the guy eating the microphone?
Yeah, because I'm
Why are
really
you eating the
hungry.
microphone?
Because I'm hungry.
But we ate Subway.
Oh, the match is over. No, there's 2 more matches. Someone's allergic to spaghetti. You can't be well. You can be allergic to the ingredients in, and I guess you can be gluten intolerant, which kind of is being allergic to spaghetti, in a way. Spaghetti is gluten, right? I want to say yes because it's a wheat product, but I don't think there's that much gluten development with spaghetti.
How many screens are in front of you guys? Well, there's 2 monitors. There's a TV.
So free.
Does the camera screen count?
No, I wouldn't say so.
It's there, though. It's just not facing us. So it is technically in front of us. We
Let's
have
say
2 of our phones.
Free screen. Okay, yeah.
So that's 6 now. And then there's a bunch of computers out in the office. So I think there's like at least 25 screens in front of us.
Can you talk about teams from Brazil? Why can't we win? So that's actually an interesting question. The main issue is that, and this goes for a lot of sports and games, is that once you're the best in a sport, like it kind of is a self-sustaining loop where the best, the up-and-coming talent, there's more up-and-coming talent because people see people be good and then go from there, right? And they want to play as well. So you discover more people with more talent, and then they also practice against the people that are already the best. So, and there's also like, I don't know, 15,000 other like geographical, cultural reasons, but that will be my main one. Just once you're really good at something, you will probably, as long as you keep putting in the effort, you will stay ahead. Casters won't see YouTube chat anyways. Yes, we will.
Yeah,
of course
we see
will.
YouTube chat. Kevin Kim. Anyway, we have to stop the comments now.
Sorry.
We'll see you in about 30 minutes for the next matchup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 minutes.